I survived 1000 days in my survival Minecraft world. In this time, I did a bunch of things, including building every farm in the game, building a mega base, building a whole city, and more. So, in this full movie, watch as I transformed my entire Minecraft world in just 1000 days. So what's up guys, this is Zygrox in another video. In this video I wanted to do a new survival series where we play and get some stuff. So let's just create Zygrox world as survival, normal, and I wanted to put Zygrox as the seed because I feel like that would be pretty cool to play on the world that is the Zygrox world.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world.
But yeah, the goals for this video are as followed. I want to get a starter base started. So it's not going to be like mega base or whatever, but it's going to be like a pretty cool base for a starter base. I also want to get to the end, kill the Ender Dragon, get an Elytra, full enchanted diamond armor, and maybe get some farms going, maybe like stuff for rockets, so like sugarcane and gunpowder, maybe like an iron farm, stuff like that. So yeah, let's get right to it. So first of all, we gotta get some wood. Let's get some wood. Okay. Let's do that, we do this, we do that, we do a wood pickaxe, so that way we can get down here and get ourselves some cobblestone. Definitely enough. Okay, we got all the stone. Let's start by getting some more sticks and then crafting an axe, a pickaxe, a shovel, and a hoe, and also a furnace. And we probably want to do that and this, and then we're good. Now let's go ahead and get ourselves some food. It's a pretty cool world, to be honest. We spawn in a dark oak place near this place, near a birch forest. There's a lot of animals. I don't know if that's related to the seed or not, but let's pretend that it is. Yeah, I'd actually like to get ourselves a boat, but let's also get some more wood in general, because if we go into the mines and want to craft some tools or whatnot, maybe we lose our crafting table, we're going to want to get ourselves a bit of wood, so I think it'll be a good idea to have it. Let's do that. It also can be used as fuel, I guess, but yeah, what is that? There's something made of stone. I think that's dangerous. Maybe there's a chest there. Yo, a dolphin. I don't know if it's really helpful, but it's cool. Oh, whoa. That's maybe not. That was not very helpful, to be fully honest. Probably not worth it. Yeah, you know what, I was actually not very close to dying and we got a fishing rod. That was not even close. Not even close. However, even though I'm not worried at all we're gonna die, we should probably just maybe cook some food and, heal ourselves. Just a little. Like, it's not danger. It's not like we're about to die, but maybe just to be extra cautious or something. Okay, we got ourselves some more HP. Like, I don't know, that was like insanely close. I don't know whether the odds will end up on half a heart. Like, I don't know if there's like a range of how much damage it deals, and then we were like really close to dying or something. But either way, we got ourselves some food. Okay, so after this we continued walking, looking for a cave, and along the way this one thing did happen. I believe underneath an azalea tree, there's like the cave with moss. So if I'm right about that, there should be something. It could be still. Can we still see that dirt here, so it could be that it's leading us down there. Continuing, so I feel like I may be right. Just that it's really deep. Oh my god! That was not my plan, but 624, 7 minus 170 diamond. Then we continued walking, looking for a cave. Okay. I may have been correct about the moss cave because there's moss here. Now, I don't want to die. But yeah, this is the cave I was talking about. Then we continue digging, finding a lot of iron, diamond, redstone, and more. I want to die with all this stuff. We got a lot of stuff and I don't want to die with them. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna take this last vein of redstone and then I'm gonna smelt some more iron, craft another pickaxe because this one is about to break, and then we're gonna get out of here. Then we got out and continued running around looking for stuff. Okay, I found a savanna biome. A village! Oh my god, there has to be beds in a village, I'm pretty sure. Right, like there's no way there's not gonna be a bed in a village. I really do hope we're gonna find a bed. That's not a bed. That's a lectern, which could be useful later. Like villages in general could be useful. But I really do hope we can find a bed. Because so far there are no beds nor any villagers. The grindstone, not really something we need. Like there's a lot of wheat. Okay, here's a villager. If there's a villager, there has to be a bed. Like 30% sure this. I was 100% sure there's beds in villages, but now I'm not. Actually, I don't need that. I thought for a second I just started, but no, I did not. Okay, if I have leather, he will give me emeralds, but I don't really have leather, and I don't really need emeralds. It's full leather armor, but so far there are no beds in this entire village. Okay, we got a bed. We got a bed. So now that is done, we got a bed. Well, first of all, let's set our... No, we cannot set our spawn if we're gonna break the bed. So I think... Okay, there's more beds here. That's good. I'm gonna take his bed. Let's sleep. Skip the night. I feel like... How did we sleep and we still are only at day 0? How does that make any sense? That's a blast furnace. We don't need it. A ton of sugarcane. One of the villagers is having a farm. And I'm just telling you the entire farm. Okay, we got some yellow dye, which I did not know was a drop. But yeah, to be honest, we don't really need anything else from the village. I'm gonna be in the area, I feel like, because we might in the future want to build like an iron farm or a villaging trading hall or something of the sort. So I would like to have some villagers nearby, but I don't want my house to be a villager like in the village, so maybe we're gonna build it. For now, let's build something simple for now, just so we have something. I'm gonna just build like a small house on top of the mountain. Yeah, okay, so let's do this. So I'm gonna start by crafting a chest and dumping everything we have in a chest, building stuff. So, we got a lot of wood. I want to build something kind of nice. Like nothing crazy, obviously. It's just a starter base so we can have something to be in without mobs. Here we're gonna put a door.
Bruh.
We are actually 1 block short, really? 1 block short, like seriously 1 block. Fine, fine. Okay. Also a chest. I'd like to make a bit more chest. At a bit of a point where we can just have anything. But yeah, we are currently in day 0 for some reason. It's been an hour. But yeah, we got a bucket of water. I guess what we're gonna do now is we got some leather. We got that. Nope, we don't have enough of that. Okay, so we're gonna take 3 diamonds and 2 sticks and craft a diamond pickaxe so we can go ahead and get ourselves some obsidian. So I started looking around for a lava pool. I don't know. Oh, here's lava. Okay. Only like 1100 blocks away in a very specific direction. But we found it, so who cares? Okay, so we're gonna do this. Put the lava here and the water here. And we're gonna get 14 blocks. It could go for 18. I'm gonna get... In theory, you could do it with 10. But I think we're gonna go for 14 because I don't want to build the portal, then go in, then break the corner. That's a little too on the nose. I don't know. That's a little too a little too safe. Okay, so even though we got 18, and this was exactly as fast as it seemed on the in the video, I definitely did not edit it. Even though we got 18, which would be enough for an enchanting table and a full nether portal, I don't think I'm gonna build a full nether portal yet because I want to. This is not gonna be my definite. Like I don't know if that's where I'm gonna build the base in the future, and I don't want to break the whole obsidian like a full portal later, so that's the reason why. But I wanted to get all the 18, so you know that's the actual reason, and not because I just did not feel like breaking 18 blocks. Anyways, there's pumpkins there, which might not seem like a lot, but not only can we use them to create a pumpkin farm, and not only can we use them to create an iron golem, and to avoid endermen, we also got some snow, so we can create them to create snow golems, which would be enough to create a snow farm. Okay, we are back at the base. So, there are a couple of things I want to do, starting with doing this, then doing that, and we got an enchanting table. Okay, we found ourselves the flint we wanted. Now it is a question where we want to build it, because I do believe there is a way that mobs will accidentally walk through the portal, and I don't know if that's something I would really want, so we might want to hide that. So we're gonna put it underground for now. Okay, we got the portal now. We then got into the nether and started traveling, searching for a bastion and a fortress. Oh, a bastion, okay. I'm terrified. But this is a bastion. I don't know where is the safest way to go, but I know it's not from there. Is it automatically angry? I think it's automatically angry with me. 30% sure it's automatically angry with me. I think you go in from here. I don't think it's like... I was then looting the bastion and continuing in the search. Got a netherite upgrade and a diamond sword, which even though it's, I don't know if it's as good, it does 7, it says 9, I'm pretty sure this is better. We got a lot of gold though, and a netherite scrap. I'm still gonna take the diamond sword because I don't know if it's better, but I don't know if it's worse either. After the bastion, I got back home, put everything in the chest, and then we continued looking for the fortress. Okay, there are some widow skeletons, which even though that's not a goal of mine, getting a beacon in the first episode could help us out a lot. So I'm not against that, it's just not a goal. Okay, with a skeleton call. Because the first fortress we found did not have any blaze spawners, we did have to continue looking for another one. Yeah, okay, so I see blazes there. But I don't know if it's a spawner. It is a spawner, okay. We got another 2 minutes. Let's just fortress, save here. And then we got a minute 40. After I got the blaze rods, I got back home, traded the gold for some ender pearls, and then we started the path towards going to the end. Let's do this. Okay, we're in. I'm terrified, but that's a weird end spawn. Unless that's the outer end island, which I highly doubt, because I'm pretty sure they only spawn like thousands of blocks away, so that's just a really weirdly curved end. Now we're gonna go ahead and fight the Ender Dragon. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by destroying all the crystals. I'm not 100% sure, maybe that's how I want to go for. Okay. Final arrow. That's it. We don't have any more arrows. So unless I can kill him when he's perching, I could not kill him. So hopefully. Okay, we have killed the Ender Dragon. Finally. It's been day 14, but we have killed the Ender Dragon. Let's take all this good XP. We can use it for enchanting later. But for now, I am interested in a few things. First of all, let's take one of the torches and then take the egg. Actually, I would like to take the egg later, but I'll do that. Second of all, let's do... Okay, I want to just get an ender pearl so we can go through. Okay, now we can go through the portal and we can go ahead and get our elytra and do some end seeded, get some shulker boxes, all some very good thing that will help us out for a really long time. We are in the outer end island. We're somehow able to make this whole thing without getting hit pretty much. I'm gonna do this because the coarse fruit is pretty good sometimes. I'm not gonna really use it that often, but I am gonna be looking for an end city at the moment. We want the elytra, so the end sheep is the most important part. But the shulker boxes and the chest for diamond armor and tools would be very... Okay, that's an end city very close. Let's see if it happens to have an elytra. I don't think it does. But it's still okay. We still get some stuff from it. Okay, so the first end city is down. We got 7 gold, a good shot. We got 8 shulker boxes, a really good efficiency, fortune 3, efficiency 4, mending shovel, and 7 gold, which is very good. Also, these pants with protection 3, but curse of binding makes it so I don't want to get stuck with iron leggings for a while, so I will not be using them. But it is still pretty cool to have. We continue trying to find some more end cities. There's no way there's no ship in this one either. No. Just tell me it's not the same one. I mean, I'm gonna believe it, but I hope it's not. I don't think it's the same one, because I don't believe the other one was buried. And I did not place blocks to where the shulkers were. Oh my god, another city. That's... Finally, I don't even care at this point. Oh! That is awesome. Okay. Let's get some blocks. We can do this. We're able to skip a decent chunk of it, which is generally not really what we're gonna do because we want to get most of the stuff. But okay, actually that's really good boots. Okay. And once we get hit by this one, please. Okay, good. And then okay, that is good. That is really good. Whatever. Okay, we're here. We got the elytra. We're gonna get the elytra right now. Let's kill this one. And 3, 2, 1. We got the elytra. Oh my god, I mean, that is insane. Also, we got a mending helmet, which means we have full enchanted diamond armor. We got a bunch of iron here, a living tooth sword, pretty good chest plate. I'm gonna keep it, I guess. Saddle is always nice if we want a horse. Got some of these, a steel cut shovel. Curse of vanishing helmet, don't really care for that. Yeah, I think that's all we really want. We could get some extra stuff, but to be honest, I just want to get out of here. Let's put on the elytra and get out of here. I think I saw a portal out of here somewhere here. This is actually crazy. Like, this city is amazing. There's a lot of shulkers still there, but we got enough for 7 of them and 7 choco boxes, I mean. And I think that's more than enough for. Okay, here's the city. Here's the thing. Here's the portal out of here. It's cool, they made it so you can just right click the elytra to swap between the chest and the elytra. But yeah, let's do this. And let's get out of here. We want to get egg. I want to get the I want to get the egg. So let's do that. But yeah, I think here's the egg. Let's do some more XP. That's always nice. We had the egg. Dun, 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 dun. This. The next generation, we got the egg. Bam. This is an amazing first day of the profile. We have finished. We got to the end, killed the Ender Dragon, got full diamond, enchanted diamond armor, and most of the important, all the tools except an axe and a hoe. And we got a bunch of diamonds. Now we do have to get back to the base, which is like 1200 blocks away. But that's actually not gonna be that bad, I don't think. Yep, that's the village, so the base is like that's right there. Like, I don't even want to call it a base, it's more like a temporary storage area. But okay, let's put the random stuff in the random places. Okay, and now I would like to put a bunch of chests into shulker boxes. And now we have a bunch of shulker boxes. After that, I called it a night, and then the next day we decided to build the iron farm and the rest of the farms. But yeah, okay, so now I want to build some farms, because we already got an elytra, full diamond armor. And you know what, just for the fun of it, I'll make a diamond hoe and take out the diamond pickaxe just for the fun of it. We're gonna take 2 sticks, bam, bam. And yeah, now we got full diamond tools and we got a full diamond armor. We're just leaving the chest plate here, which is the first goal and the second goal off this list, because we got the elytra, full diamond armor and tools. And now we are on to the third goal, which is building some farms. Now we can go a couple of routes. We can either go with we can either start by the easiest and then move to the harder ones, or we can do it the most needed one and then move to the less needed one. Because I have not built farms in a while, I want to start by doing a little bit of the easy ones. So let's take some string. We're gonna need some blocks. Let's take okay, so I finished building this string duper. Now it's not fully efficient because a lot of the string is spreading around, but it's infinite string, so who cares? Do it an iron farm. That'll be pretty simple, I believe, and that should work hopefully. Yeah, there's 20 iron gone here. It's dying. The iron is getting straight into the hopper. And that's getting in here and we got iron. That is amazing. But I do want to have a cobblestone farm since we already got an iron farm and it's working pretty well. We got 2.5 stacks of iron here. I also want to have a cobblestone generator because one of the important materials is cobblestone. For example, for piston you need cobblestone, for observers you need cobblestone, for a lot of the redstone components you need stone. So that's gonna help us as well. But now, if I go here and I do this, should be working. Okay, that's good. So now we have a cobblestone generator. After building the cobblestone generator, I decided to go on a quick mining trip. So here are some clips from that. We've got diamonds, so we've mined all the way from there to here. Now I'm not doing it for diamond, I'm doing it for redstone, but it's always cool to get diamonds. So this seems like a 5 vein. Yep, that's always very cool to have. Well, we ran out of pickaxes. I really wanted this redstone, but we do have enough redstone. We actually got a few diamonds along the way as well. We got 16 diamonds, and we also got 27 iron, and I guess some copper. I don't know if it was from here. I would assume it was. I then decided to build a sugarcane farm. This time there's no tutorial. I built it off of my own, so there's not gonna be a link, but it is a very simple sugarcane farm. Then went ahead and built a creeper farm. This one I did use a tutorial obviously, so there is a link in the description for the farm. This is actually a very cool farm. It does require a lot of stuff, but it does not require complicated things. It's mainly just stone and wood. So it is very easy to get for like a beginner, which is why I think it's very cool. Okay, so the creeper farm is now built. This is making some good amount of gunpowder. As you can see, they're just spawning here pretty fast, which is very, very cool to see. Yeah, we're gonna continue doing this for a little. I'm probably gonna sit here. The issue is we don't have sweeping edge, so we're not gonna be able to necessarily do enough damage to all of them at once. But if I just sit here and actively aim at them, it should still be okay. But yeah, we're gonna sit here, get a bunch of XP, a bunch of gunpowder, and yeah, okay. We got a bit of gunpowder. It's not that much. We got a bit over a stack. It's not taking that long. But I would like to get ourselves a mending book for our elytra, armor, diamond tools and stuff. We could use this, for example, if we do this, just to show you real quick. Look how quickly it's gonna fix our shovel. We're gonna get ourselves a shovel to heal up. But if we can get it on our sword as well, we're gonna have an infinite amount of hits, and then we can just AFK here for a long time without worrying about still breaking. We're now just going to do this. I'm a little worried about this breaking, this being the elytra, but okay, we can have at least enough rockets for basically forever. Okay, that's good. Let's take the red one, unload it, and have the rockets in here. Also, I'd like to get another pickaxe. Oh yeah, and I wanted to do... Okay, we do have a lectern here, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and get ourselves a librarian. I don't think we need any of that. Let's see how much iron we've made. This is made like almost 3 stacks, and this is made like 24. Whatever though. I do believe I trapped... Yeah, I did. We trapped a villager in here. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Mending for 14 emeralds, that is good. Okay, we gotta go ahead and... No, you don't come with us. Okay, how do we get ourselves the emeralds? Do we have emeralds? I feel like we might be the kind of person to have some emeralds. We have 12. We need 2 more. Is there any way we can have another villager? We gotta put at least 1 mending book on our elytra. Maybe one of the ones from the iron farm will trade us something for an emerald. He only wants emerald for stuff, right? He does not give emeralds. For 10 coal we can get an emerald. That's actually good. We have a lot of coal. I'm gonna get coal later probably. Okay, I feel like this may have been a really good trade. Oh, we need a book. I got so used to the elytra. Okay, now we can use the book and the emerald to buy a mending book. And now not only that, he's also locked at mending. So that is insanely good for us. As a monster doesn't... Okay. Let's create some blocks. Do that. Cool. We do this, we take our elytra, put mending on it. Really annoying to build, but now that it's done, it's definitely worth it. Also, there's that treasure that I did not notice, so I'm gonna check that out later. I did notice it, but I did not really care at the time. Already, it's healed quite a little. I'd like to see it healed in my hand, so it's already 21, 31. Yeah, I'm gonna heal it, and yeah, I'm gonna grind some more gunpowder for a little, just to heal our stuff, trying to get another mending for our sword, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so I found the treasure chest from that thing, from that boat. We got 6 emeralds, which is really good, a heart of the sea, some iron, some TNT, and some salmon and cod. Both are all really good things. We got 13, so we need 2 more coal, and then we can definitely get another mending book. So I'm trying to see if there's any way we can get some easy coal. Maybe in this little cave right here. Yep. No, really? 1 piece of coal in that? Okay, here's definitely enough coal. Okay, we got enough coal for a mending book, which is a weird phrase that I never thought would be actually making sense, but it does. So whatever. And then we're gonna put a mending book. So hey, I'd like to do that. And then we did the villager right here. We can take him for a mending book. and then we go back to the base.
Nope.
All our stuff we can do. Actually, I'm just gonna build another canvas right here because I am way too worried of exploding everything I own. So I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna put the mending on our sword, which is gonna be very cool. And yeah, now I'm just gonna grind as much as we can, and yeah. Okay, so I think we've been grinding the creeper farm for a little, for enough. Like if we look at how many we got total, we have like almost, I don't know how much that is, let's say 9, 16, almost like over 16 stacks, not to mention that I crafted a lot more rockets. So I believe we got enough of them now. Our elytra is full. So what I want to do is, I would like to go ahead and grind a little more elytras and shulker boxes. Yeah, I think that would be a pretty good thing. If we have a spare amount of them, it could be pretty helpful. So yeah. I found a city, and unless this is the one I've been at, which I hope it isn't. It isn't, and we found another elytra, that's good. Let's kill this shulker real quick and take this extra elytra. GG, we got nothing special in here. I'm gonna loot it, take all the shulker shells, and continue looting. Yeah, another city. So let's just go around here, kill all the shulkers, and continue. Another city. The last one we found was the one that we were first at. Oh my god, this one has an elytra. And I do not believe we were in this one yet, because I flew in a really far away. Yeah, we get another elytra. Bam. That's a couple gold, a couple diamond. This is actually a pretty good sword. Smite, fire aspects and stuff. I'm not gonna use it probably ever. A silk touch shovel, that's cool. A silk touch efficiency 4 mending, this is insane. Like, if it was a diamond pickaxe, it would have been a god pickaxe. It's still my new pickaxe though. Mending, silk touch, efficiency 4. Like, it's basically always gonna be pretty good. It's a silk touch pickaxe, so I can't think of a case where you want silk touch and an iron pickaxe won't work. So yeah, but I'm gonna keep killing all the shulkers and continue. Okay, so I think this is all we're gonna do for the end rating for now. We got another chest plate that I think is a little better than the one we have. It's Unbreaking 3 Protection 3, which is better than Unbreaking 3 Fire Protection 3 Curse of Vanishing. We got the boots, these are the old boots, this is a new boot. We got the Prot 4 Unbreaking 3, which we had Fire Protection 4, Depth Rise 3, Unbreaking 3, and we also got these ones, which are a worse version of these ones, because instead of Depth Rise they have Curse of Vanishing. We got a Silk Touch shovel, which will go well with our regular shovel. This one did not come with mending. We have an efficiency 3 shovel, and we got this incredible pickaxe that it came with mending, efficiency 3, and breaking 3, and silk touch. And by the way, I don't know why I'm doing this all here. The reason I'm done also is because I would continue maybe, but right now I don't have enough food, and I don't want to die. So, yep, we are gonna need to sleep, but I just need some more food. And to be honest, we have enough stuff at the moment, so yeah. Okay, so we now got all the material I need to build my base. We got a bunch of spruce log, a bunch of dark oak, a bunch of stone bricks, which I've smelted a bunch of cobblestone for the generator. We got the chain, lanterns, and barrels, which I'm gonna need for the house. Cherry planks, and an oak, a bunch of oak stuff. So yeah, now we gotta pick a location. To be honest, I'm not sure. On the one hand, I definitely want to stay close to the village, but potentially I want to even I can either get closer, like build it in the village, like here or there or something, or we can get a little further and build it like near, like here or something, near the creeper farm. For example, we can build it like this island or something. I think I'm gonna keep it near the village, because there's a bunch of forms here that will not work, and the creeper form only works if we're actively hitting the creepers. Here we're gonna have the iron form and the sugarcane form that will work passively. So I think I'm going to build it around here in this area. Like, I'm gonna flatten this out a little and build it in this area. Okay, so for here I was going to show a replay mod, replay footage of me building the house. I've got like 2 hours and 17 minutes worth of a replay, but for some reason every time I'm trying to open the replay, my entire game crashes. So I don't know how to access it, but there is a link in the description for the tutorial I used to build this house. It's a really good house, but yeah, I'm gonna sadly have to cut to the house being done. Okay, so we're now done. As you can see, this looks amazing. It took me a really long time. Actually, let's end the replay mode. But yeah, this looks incredible. I did mess it up a little, but it still looks incredible. Yeah, it looks insane. It's still empty from the inside. We can actually get rid of all the stuff here. Yeah, it looks incredible. I'm still gonna have to divide it up into like first floor, second floor, stuff like that. But I'm honestly shocked by how good this looks. Especially from the outside, obviously. From the inside, it's a little empty still. But from the outside, my light was broke. You might want to get that fixed. Anyways, but yeah, you can see from the outside it looks insane. Even from afar, it's a massive build, especially for like a starter base. This looks incredible, and I think I'm gonna be more than happy with having it loaded, like having it here for the near future until we build a mega base. I think this looks incredible. So yeah, let's finish the video looking like this. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and turn on notification. And until the next time, goodbye. So what's up, guys? This is Zadrox in another video of the survival series. In this video, we're going to be building a lot of farms to be getting all of these resources on the screen right now. But first, before we do that, we gotta pick farming district area. So let's go ahead and pick one. I kind of want it to be near the creeper farm because it's gonna be pretty cool to have them all near this farm. I don't want it to be near the house because I feel like the house should be pretty clean. Let's see. Whoa, that's gonna be helpful in the future. Okay, I think though, because we cannot use a savanna for these farms because of reasons I cannot yet explain, but will be clear very soon. We cannot build it in a savanna or a desert. It has to be like a colder biome. So let's look for one. Okay, this area is actually pretty good. We can flatten it out a little, but it's pretty good. Let's just flatten it out real quick. Okay, so this area is now like relatively flat. So we're, well, I mean, I guess that helps us a little. So I actually prepared the materials for the first farm already. So the first farm resources are these, and as you can see, it's pretty obvious. This is a snow farm, so we are gonna wanna do that. And you might be asking yourself why the first farm is a snow farm. There are a couple of reasons, but the main one is because we're gonna need snow for a couple of the farms in this video, and that's we're gonna need snowmen for that. So, like, to get the snow. So yeah, let's start. We're gonna need this. It's not gonna be any complicated farm. It's a very simple snow farm. And snowman. Hopefully it works this time. And bam! I think this should be working now. We can break the rest of the stuff here, take that out, and if we do this, we should be getting a ton of snow. Yay! Okay, we have a snow farm now, which is always very good. Okay, now it's time to move to the next farm. Oh, this goes in here. This is the most important shulker I have. And okay, now it's time to clean our inventory and go to the next form, which is the slime form. Now for that we're gonna need to actually, we actually have a tutorial. I'm going to use a design by Big Booty 17. There is a link in the tutorial. We're actually gonna need to get a couple of things. I believe we're gonna need some slime. We're gonna need a couple of other things though. Okay, so the form is now fully working. Basically what it does, I'm gonna explain it simply because I don't know, I don't think I could fully explain how it works, but I think I can kind of explain how it works because I built it. But as I said, again, the link is in the description. I'm going to do this. Now, I do not use it at the peak efficiency, but how it works, it's basically splashing an oozing potion. Basically what you're doing is you're spawning a bunch of snow golems using snow. You're spawning a bunch of snow golems using snow. Then it takes the snow golems, splashes them with an oozing potion, and then after you got that, you activate this machine which divides up the snow golems into an even amount in a way that it's killing them in the most efficient way, and then bringing down the slimes and giving us a ton of slime blocks. Slime balls, sorry. And then after you kill the slime, you can craft the slime balls into blocks, and it works really well. Now, I do want to use this form for a bit, but in order to use this form, we gotta use the snow form for a little. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a bunch of snow, and then I'm gonna AFK in this form for like, I'm gonna do another session with this form, and then we're gonna move on to the next form. Okay, so now we're gonna move to the third form, which is going to produce to us a lot. One second, I want to set my spawn. Okay. Which is going to produce us a lot of coal, a lot of bones, and a lot of beacons, because that next form is the Wither Skeleton form. The design is by ENX04, so let's just get the materials and get building. Okay, so I found some turtles here. I flew quite far away, but I found turtles, and we are gonna need some turtle eggs for this form. Okay, so I've been here for a while. We got way more than we needed. We got 3 times more than we needed. Okay, so I've dug out all of the obsidian from here. I want to show so I can prove it. So yeah, we've dug out all of the obsidian. Now we just gotta go out of here, and I want to block this area. And now to get some more of the blocks. Okay, so I ended up realizing that there's the library, which I did take most of the books out of, but we did not take the cobwebs out of. So if we just do that, we can take out all of the cobwebs here, which should be way more than enough for what we need. Okay, and now if I'm not wrong, we should have every single material we need in the 3 shulker boxes. So I believe we're gonna have to fly to the side of the South End Valley, which is very cool. Let's see if we can get head. No, we cannot. Okay, but now I'm gonna get started with building it. Okay, so it's been about an hour. We got, let's say 5 stacks of coal and almost 7 stacks of bones, which I'd say is very, very cool. We also got a bunch of stones, and we got 2 blazes somehow. Apparently they're supposed to come here, so cool, I don't mind. Let's just get rid of this though. No! I've accidentally gotten rid of the diamond pickaxe. Anyways, I guess... Oh my god, I just don't want to leave this area. It's just so cool. Well, that's what we got in an hour. Oh my god, I just said I don't want to leave this area, and we got another with a skeleton skull, which is perfect because now we got, if I look in the ender chest, in the valuable shulker box, we now got exactly 12, which is another for another wither. I'm gonna continue grinding here overnight, but I did want to show that that's what we got. That this is what we got in 12 hours, which in 1 hour, sorry, which is pretty good. We also repaired our tools and most of our elytras. We had 4 broken, and we healed 3.5 elytras. We also healed our sword, our pickaxe, our axe, and our shovel, which I think is quite a lot of XP to get in 1 hour. Okay, so for the next farm, we're going to need to get a couple of materials, but the good news are, I believe we already have the materials for the next farm. So, let's just put them all in a shulker box, and yeah. So we got all the materials, now let's go and build the farm. Okay, so the wood farm should be working now. I've tried it out for a second and it did work. So, if I'm not mistaken, we should flick this lever, then this lever, and then we do this. We just hold right click, and we start holding right click here, and it should be working. Now, I don't know if you can hear me because of the TNT, but this does seem to be working. So I'm just gonna be AFK here for a little, and yeah, get some wood. I'm using the bone meal from the Wither Skeleton session, and yeah. Okay, so I turned off this session. Let's see how much we got from this little, like, probably, like, maybe a minute. We got, whoa, that's a lot of wood for, like, that short amount of time. It's a lot of wood. We don't need this. This is cool. Like, this is a ton of wood, I feel like, right? Like, this seems like a really good amount. Like 4 stacks of logs in, like, I don't know, maybe a minute. And that's like a large maybe. Like, seriously, I just was worried because we were running out of bone meal, because I saw this is running out. But for some reason it's just not filling it up. Which means we're not even running out of bone meal. This is all from the session we had with the Wither Skeleton. So that's why I stopped, but it's like seriously not even a minute, which is crazy to get this much. I might AFK here for a little longer, just so we can get a little more, but honestly this is crazy as of itself. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here for a little longer, but this is like probably enough for a while already. Okay, so I did a more serious session here. Now we got a bunch of wood, like basically definitely more than I need for this video, I would say. Probably more than I need for ever. Like, for at least for redstone stuff, for farms and such. Like, I don't think I'll need much more than this. But I realized I did not go over how the farm works. First of all, this is a design by ENX04. It's a link in the description, obviously. But second of all, we are also, I want to show you how it works. So basically, there's a TNT, wait a second, I accidentally did this. I should be putting it here. There's a TNT duper on the top, that is connected through a line of scaffolding to a redstone clock, which basically makes it fire over and over again in the right, and it falls right in the right spot. And then the items fall into this water puddle, which then through a bubble column flows underneath here. And then I pick up the saplings and the rest go into storage. The rest of the stuff go into storage. That way I have infinite saplings. And here I just have a chest, double chest filled with bone meal that is connected into a dropper. And that dropper is just infinitely throwing it at me. Once there's like leftover, it activates the pressure plate, which stops the dropper. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. There's a more explanatory video in the description, obviously. But yeah, now we have infinite wood, infinite slime, infinite snow, infinite bone meal, infinite coal, and infinite wither skeleton heads, and I guess infinite stone swords, but who really cares about that? But yeah, we now have all of those forms. Yeah. Okay, so I believe if I did it correctly, which there's a good chance that I did because it was actually a pretty good tutorial. By the way, I don't know if I said it. I used the tutorial by Shulkercraft, but the designer is actually Martin the Mink. So I'll link in the description for the tutorial. But yeah, what I think we need to do in order to activate the form is just go here, flick this lever, and hit the button once. And now it should be breaking the cobblestone with TNT. Crap. Did I just throw away my pickaxe? It exploded. Or am I imagining things? Oh, okay. Yeah, this should be breaking the cobblestone. Try and ignore it. Actually, let's turn down the volume. So yeah, this should be breaking the cobblestone, and the cobblestone should be making its way here. And it is. It's working just the way it's supposed to. So yeah, if we're gonna wait here for a while, we're gonna get infinite cobblestone, which we really need. It's really helpful to crafting a lot of stuff like pistons, observers, and a lot of stuff. Also, we can smelt it into stone for repeaters, comparators, and a lot of other stuff. So this generally does work really well. But yeah, this is also like completely AFKable, so we can have this running while doing like the wood or slime form, and this just works. Now if you want to turn it off, all you gotta do is flick this lever and it's gonna stop. Bam. That's it. Now it's stopped. And to flick it again, all you gotta do is flick the lever and flick the button, and it starts again. This is actually a really good farm. According to Shulkercraft, it makes like 75,000 cobblestone an hour, which, I mean, I believe. I've barely been running it, and it's already at multiple stacks. So yeah, it's really cool. Like, we did not get any here yet, and like it's so fast that we were already filling up the fourth one. I don't know how this is working, but this is just working really well. It's a pretty simple idea, but it's a really cool design in my opinion. So it's very simple to build. It's basically just waterlogged leaves next to lava, and TNT duper shooting at it in a correct timing, and then it's sending all the cobblestone down here. But yeah, it's a very simple farm. Yeah, there's no real need to AFK it for too long, but it is pretty cool. We're just gonna have it here for a while whilst doing other stuff. But yeah. Okay, so right after recording the clip showing the farm working, I broke the farm like instantly afterwards because I forgot to turn it off when leaving, and that made it so the TNT was unloaded, and when I came back it exploded the whole thing. I rebuilt it, it's now working. As you can see, I can do this, we're gonna see it's working. Now that it's off, I don't want to break the farm accidentally. What I want to do is build a chunk loader inside the farm area. So even if I accidentally leave it on, or even on purpose, it's gonna keep running. The idea is basically even I could leave it on here and it's gonna run forever. And every other farm that is not like needed the player, it could run even if I'm not here, which is going to be really, really helpful. Okay, so it's been a while. Now it's time to build the next couple of farms. And the reason I'm saying next couple instead of the next farm is because these next two farms are very similar, but both are very important, which are the bamboo and sugarcane farm. So yeah, the reason they're basically the same design, just that they are planted in different ways. So I'm just gonna get the materials and then start building them. Okay, so the farm is now working. I only built the sugarcane farm because I started lagging, but as you can see, it's a very simple farm. There are mine carts down below this, which are picking up all the sugarcane. As you can see, if we're looking at this for long enough, it will be picked up by the mine carts. Bam, it was just picked up. And then it's being dropped off here. We had 36 total in this entire chest, and now we have 3 stacks here, 27 here, 20 here, 25 here, and 2 stacks and 50 here, which means we're definitely going to have more than enough sugarcane for the next while, which I am very happy about. Yeah, I am going to build the bamboo farm, but I'm probably not going to show it because I'm running out of storage to film everything, to record everything. We have some bigger farms coming up later. The bamboo farm is the exact same, just no water and more dirt, and then everything is going to be bamboo. That's pretty much it. I believe the other design uses leaves instead of glass, but like the main difference is pretty much no water. It's the same collection system. So yeah, I'm just not gonna record it, and we're gonna show that being done. Okay, the bamboo farm is now built. It's very, very similar to the other design. As I said, it's just no water, a different type of like launchers for the flying machines, but it's like the same, just a flying machine going back and forth, breaking the bamboo, and rails underneath picking up everything and dumping it into these chests right here. As you can see, we got a ton of bamboo already, and you might be wondering, why do we even need bamboo? Well, you use it for a lot of stuff in the future, such as smelt. You can use it as fuel, you can use it for scaffolding, you can use it for wood type, you can use it for like just cheaper wood if you want, but yeah, it's generally going to be pretty helpful to have. And yeah, now it's time to move to the next farm. Okay, so the next farm we're going to be building is the iron farm. Because iron is a very necessary material, and this way we're going to be able to get an infinite amount of it. We're going to build a better design than we have over there, next to the base. And this is actually going to be really good because we have this chunk loader right here, it means that the iron farm is going to work 24/7. And just to explain how good that kind of thing is, we've just built we built the blue farm I think about 40 minutes ago. And it's already completely filled up to the point where I had to stop it from continuing because I did not want the items dropping all over the place, causing a ton of lag. So I just had to stop this farm. We can reactivate whenever we want, but I didn't want to have it lagging. Also, the sugarcane farm has been going nuts as well, making us a ton of stuff. And it's all thanks to this chunk loader, making it so even if we're AFKing in a different place, we're still getting the materials here, which is really, really good, which is why I want to build the iron farm, but we're obviously going to build a better farm design, so we're going to need the villagers. For some reason, the villager breeder did not work, so I had to feed them with carrots, a lot of carrots, but now we have all the villagers we're going to need. I don't think they breeded any. I made sure there's 12 at least. I don't know how to check. I think there are 12 here, maybe they have breeded, I don't know. Either way, we're gonna start by building the iron farm. And yeah, I think we're gonna build it. I think we're gonna have to clean some more area, but maybe like this here would be a nice area to build this. I think there's enough space here. Okay, so apparently I ran out of storage and the recording stopped halfway while building it, which kind of sucks because it was a really painful thing to do. But the iron farm is now done. It's a pretty simple farm. It works the same way as every other iron farm, except that instead of the other one, like the other one where we had 3 villagers and a zombie, here we have 12 villagers and a zombie. And he's bobbing up and down, scaring them. To make sure they're not gonna despawn, I have an iron helmet and gave him a boat. I mean, I didn't give him the boat by, I didn't mean to, but he does have a boat, so that's gonna make sure he's not gonna despawn. And then all the iron golems go down into the killing chamber. If we go up, I don't want to fall there, but there's water and lava making them fall into the killing chamber. And once they're down there, all the iron gets loaded up into the chests, and we can then pick it up. And the cool thing is, because as we said before building it, we have the chunk loader here. This should be working 24/7, meaning that we're gonna have more than enough iron forever. So yeah, that is going to be pretty awesome. I might AFK here for a little, but to be honest, there's not much AFK you need to be doing. The bamboo farm is getting out of control. There's not much AFKing you can do. Like, you can just stand in one place, I guess, actually AFKing, but I feel like that's just kind of a waste of time. This is going to be working 24/7. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. It makes, apparently, it's supposed to be making around 1800 iron an hour, which is, I mean, maybe it's true, I don't know. According to the tutorial, that's how much it makes. I did have to do some changes from the tutorial, so if you want to build this farm, there's going to be a link in the description. But I did have to make some changes, and I still don't know if it's gonna work. The villagers were really painful because every time they fall asleep and woke back up, because I used, maybe it's because I used slabs instead of path blocks, but they didn't spawn back on the glass blocks, they spawned like here. So I decided to block this entire area with stones and slabs, so it's not, the iron golems won't spawn here. But yeah, that was a really painful thing to deal with, but now it should be working. I don't think they can spawn from the beds more than a block away. I think they're guaranteed to spawn there now. But yeah, hopefully this farm is gonna work. If there's not, I'm gonna have to fix it. But yeah. Okay, so the next thing I would like to do is build a super smelter, because I don't know if it's technically a farm, but it is automating a process that would otherwise be longer. So I kind of count it, and it's something you really need in the world. So yeah, I'm going to be using some bamboo as the fuel, because we just have way too much of it. Like, it's ridiculous. We have so much, and this is, the farm stopped working a while ago. It didn't stop working, I disabled it because this just is way too fast. So if we're gonna use some of it to burn it up just so we can smelt stuff, it will help us with that issue. And also we can smelt stuff a lot faster. So basically a super smelter is just you taking one furnace and making it bigger. So you put 30 furnaces, you connect them up with rails and minecart hoppers, and then they work simultaneously. So basically you're making one furnace that works 30 times faster, 100 times faster, depending on how many furnaces you're going to be using. I think I'm going to be using 32 furnaces. I think that's going to be more than enough. And that way we're going to be smelting everything 32 times faster. So yeah. Okay, and we're done with the super smelter. This is a pretty simple. I ended up going with 16 instead of 32 because 32 would have forced me to go all the way there and break through the villager breeder, so I did not want to do it. And I took all the coal from our furnaces at home and from the wither skeleton farm. And we're gonna have to load it in, and you might be wondering, why am I not using the bamboo? Well, apparently it's burning up too fast. That to the point where it's just not enough to smelt the items. Like, yeah, it just doesn't get in fast enough. Anyways, I put here some cobblestone because that can be smelted up, and then all we have to do is flick the lever, and as you can see, all the furnaces are going to be filled in. For some reason, it seems like the machine, this one is not carrying enough coal. Oh, okay, I get what's going on. Okay, we're gonna have to burn it up to stop it, sorry. I want to see what he has. If it's nothing good, he's gonna die. It's nothing good. The only thing he could have that's interesting to me is cactus, because I've not seen a desert yet. And that's weird, but yeah. Okay, now that it has a lot of coal, then we can flick this again, and it should be able to put a lot more coal in. Okay. Yeah, that I did mess it up a little. We needed it to load a bit more coal because it was just not loading fast enough the coal and putting it only in part of the furnaces. But yeah, now it's just smelting. As you can see here, this is just smelting really fast and cooking the stone in a lot of... Yeah, it just smelting really fast. Much faster than it would be to do it manually, and all we had to do is just dump it in here. We don't really have to put much fuel in this. You don't really have to touch this chest at all, because it just does not require much. The issue of it not being divided evenly should have been fixed now. I don't know if it's picking up enough every time now. So yeah, it is emptying out, but it's okay. Eventually it should be okay. If we put enough fuel, it's just going to fill up all the furnaces, and then it would be okay. But for now it's okay. We're smelting everything. Now we don't really need a lot of stone, so no real point in doing this that way. But as you can see, we're getting a lot of stuff. It's gonna keep filling up until all the furnaces are done. But it basically just does 16 furnaces as one furnace, because you put in the item you want to smelt, you put in the fuel, and then you're done. Okay, so next farm I would like to build is a shulker farm, because we're gonna need it for shulker loaders to make all of our big farms not take so much space. Also, we're gonna need it if we ever want to build something big. We're gonna want to have it all in shulker boxes to be able to organize it more easily. So yeah, now we're gonna go to the end and build the shulker farm. Okay, so I've been AFKing here for a little, and I wanted to see how much we got. We got, whoa, that's honestly really good. I don't think we got, yeah, okay, that's actually really good. I'm not happy that we got hit here. I don't know why they're doing this. We are having really low durability on our elytras, and I don't have any more spare ones because they are all also on very low durability. But we got, what, almost like 4.5 stacks in, I think it's like maybe 10 minutes. So let's say times 6, that's like a lot of stuff. Not to mention that now we also somehow got an extra 4, which means it's actually going pretty fast, as you can see. Like, it's honestly not bad at all. It's getting us a lot of stuff. Also, we got another 2 now. It's going up really quick, so yeah, that's actually insane. I'm gonna keep chilling here. Oh, we also got extra 6 here. We're getting a ton of them. But yeah, I'm gonna keep AFKing here because I want to get a ton of them for stuff really soon. But then we're gonna be moving to the next farm. Okay, so next farm I would like to build is a gold farm. Now I got most of the miscellaneous items that we need in the ender chest already, but we are also going to need to fill up all these yellow shulker boxes with glass and all these purple ones with magma blocks. So I'm going to do that. We're going to use the design by Ilmango, but I do have my own twist on it I would like to add. But yeah, I'm going to fill up those shulker boxes with sand, put them in the super smelter, then go get some magma blocks, and then we're gonna get building. Okay, so I finished digging 3 shulker boxes of sand. I completely ruined this beach area outside. So luckily it's very far from the base, so I'm never really gonna notice it. Also, my shovel is almost broken, but luckily I got another one, so I don't have to see it. Oh, there's another monument here. That's cool. Anyways, we're gonna go back to the base. We're gonna smelt everything in the super smelter. And then we're gonna go to the nether and fill these up with magma blocks. Okay, so now we got all the resources. We got all the 4 shulker boxes of magma cube, magma blocks. We got the shulker box with all the miscellaneous items, and we got the 2 shulker box filled with glass. I know I said 3, but apparently I miscalculated. You need like 1.5, and I think I thought it was 2.5. Anyway, now we got it, so we're gonna start building it. Okay, so this is by far the hardest farm I've ever built, but it is working now. As you can see, our XP is going crazy. This is the basic mango farm. The only thing I've added of my own is that the storage system, it filters out the gold, only the gold nuggets, and then converts it automatically into gold blocks using auto-crafting system. I'm going to leave a link to the auto-crafting system. I just built it facing one another, so it crafts the gold ingots and nuggets into ingots, and then there's another one that crafts the nuggets into blocks, which are basically the same system, just, yeah, it's the exact same system, and then it's all thrown down towards the storage system. But yeah, this farm is actually insane. Obviously I'll link in the description to the tutorial, but yeah, I'm just going to be AFKing here for a little. We're going to want to get a lot of XP, and yeah. Okay, and we've hit level 100. Now this, I want to see how much gold we got in that time. Now it's not going to be a lot because it's Zydrox redstone. About half of the gold is being burnt in lava because I don't know how to make it so all the gold passes to the system. So it's about a 50-50. So the gold rate is about double that. And so it's going to be about 22 gold. It's honestly not been that long. I feel like it's been about maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And it's been at 11 gold, and you gotta double that because it's about half being burnt in the lava. So it's 22 gold. So if you time that by like 4, like 80, maybe 100 gold blocks an hour, 80 to 120 gold blocks an hour. Oh, we just got another one. Pretty cool. And it's gonna constantly go up as long as we continue to stand here. And considering that it's completely AFK, you don't even need a peak. What's it called? You don't even need to have an auto clicker or anything. It's insanely good. You just stand here. Everything is completely built. This doesn't have mending, but everything is completely fixed. And yeah, all you need is just a snowball to throw at them. It's better with a bow because it's easier to hit. As long as you don't hit the ones in the corner. It's an insane farm. Like, it took me probably... It took about a whole day, but it is because I messed up a lot. I feel like I could have done it faster, but I accidentally built the farm in the wrong place. I had to tear the whole thing down and rebuild it in the right space because you want it to be in a nether waste biome, and I built it in a basalt delta. But now that it's built, it's definitely worth it. Look, we're already at level 102 almost. Like, we're gonna be getting a ton of them. And you just constantly get XP. Almost never, you never almost have a moment without XP. And it's just so cool. And also, like, look at all those piglins. I don't know if we're counting it, if it counts as weak at us killing them. Mobs, let's go down to zombified piglin. Yeah, it doesn't count as us killing them for the stats, but we're definitely killing like hundreds of them at least. Probably thousands if you look at the fact that they're dying 4 at a time. Like, even more because it's just entity cramming. So it's crazy. It's an insane farm. Yeah. Okay, so the next and final farm we're going to build is a hoglin farm because I'm kind of tired of flying thousands of blocks just to get some pigs to kill to get some food. So we're going to be building a hoglin farm. It's a very easy farm. We got all the materials here. And yeah, now we're going to build it, and yeah, let's do it. Okay, now the farm should be working, if I'm understanding it correctly. It said to AFK at world limit, and then just wait here for a little and the farm should be working. Now, I can't really see anything right now, but I do believe I'm seeing some burning particles, which means there are hoglins dying there. So I think this farm works. I'm gonna be here for about 20 minutes, see how much we've made. Because like we're all running out of food, so this is perfect time to build it. But yeah, okay, so it's been about 12 minutes, but I'm just too excited to see how good the farm is, because this could give us food. It should give us enough food forever. So let's see. Okay, we got a stack of 19 here. We got an extra. I don't know what that is, but we got an extra 2 stacks here. That's a lot of food. Okay, that's way more than enough for a really long time. This is definitely way easier than going and flying like 5,000 blocks in the overworld searching for pigs. We now have way more than enough food for a really long time. And it took like 10 minutes, 12 minutes maybe, to get all of this, so it's honestly not bad at all. This is gonna give us more than enough food for probably forever. Yeah, that's actually really cool. Okay, so this is it for the video. We've built 13 super important farms that will be helping us for the rest of the world. And yeah, we got an iron farm, a cobblestone farm, a villager breeder, which is going to produce us with all the villagers we're going to need. As you see, it is now fixed. It is working. We have a bamboo farm, a sugarcane farm, we have a rail duper, we have a chunk loader to activate it all the time. We also got the hoglin farm, the wither skeleton farm, and the shulker farm. And yeah, those will be helping us for the really long future. And yeah, this is awesome. This is going to be really helpful. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and turn on notification. And until the next time, goodbye. Hey, so what's up guys? This is Ajax in another video of the Minecraft world. In this video, I want to build a mega base. Now, I know it might be a little early to build a mega base, but I don't know, I just feel like doing it. Because this base is very cool and we just built it like 2 episodes ago. It was the last thing we did on the first episode, but it's pretty good. But the issue is it's kind of small because I'm already like filling up the chests and there's no room for anything really. I guess there's the second floor. I don't know, I feel like a mega base that would be cool. So what I've thought of is I want to build like a massive pyramid made out of like prismarine blocks and like deep slate and stuff. It's still just an idea, I've not got any schematics or anything, but I think it would be pretty cool to have like a massive, like maybe 200 by 200 blocks pyramid here that just will be here on the ocean. I think it will be pretty cool. Hopefully it should be bigger than the ancient monument, but this ancient monument will help us build a prismarine farm. But yeah, I think like if we have like a massive pyramid here, that's maybe surrounded like by circles and stuff. I don't know, I think like we can build something really cool. I like the combination of black and blue. So yeah, I think that's what we want to do. But in order to build that, we're gonna have to build a prismarine farm, piglin bartering system, a lot of other stuff. But I think it will be really cool. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right to it. The first thing I would like to do is build a bartering farm. To take all our gold and turn it into a lot of different items. So that's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna get the materials and then we're gonna build it. Okay, so the design I'm going to be using is the one by Logical Geek Boy, which will require a lot of items, but it's because mainly it's a lot of storage room because it produces like 16 different items where you're gonna want to have a storage system for each one of them. But it's definitely gonna be worth it once we have it because it's gonna produce so many items. That will be helpful not only for this farm, for this like build, it's also going to be helpful for a lot of other stuff. So yeah, let's just get that. We're going to need wood and we're also going to want to get some shulker box. Okay, so first let's craft some chests. We're going to need 6 stacks and 4, right? That's 6 stacks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half, okay. Okay, so while flying from the base to the direction of the ice biome, I found a village. So we're gonna take the wheat from here. We're gonna take as much as we can because we might want to get more target blocks in the future. I do not know, but just in case, I'm gonna take all the ones I can find. Okay, so this isn't what I thought it would be, but we did find a place with a lot of ice. And considering we only need 31 blue or packed ice, we definitely have that here because these are all packed ice. So I'm just gonna get as many as I can because we might need more in the future. Okay, so I got all the redstone I needed. I also got a bunch of cobbled lead slate, some toughened stuff. I also got some diamonds and lapis, but most importantly we got the redstone, which means now we can get the rest of the materials we needed and get started. Okay, so I believe the farm is now working. I've loaded it up with all the gold I had from the gold farm. I've set up all the filters, so I needed to use some of the gold first. Supposed to be everything loaded up in the correct places. So there are first 4 chests with blackstone, another 4 chests with gravel, another 3 chests with arrows, another 3 chests with quartz, then another, I think, 2 or 3 chests with iron nuggets, then another 2 chests with pearls, another 2 chests with bricks, another 2 chests with soul sand, another chest with fire charges, 1 with string, 1 with crown obsidian, 1 with obsidian, 1 with leather, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 with random stuff. So yeah, now this should be producing us, taking all the gold, giving it to all the piglins. I don't think there's the right amount of piglins because I didn't do it the way he recommended it, of bringing them with a minecart, because I thought that would be way too slow, so I just aggroed all of them. Like, I got all of them to be angry at me and then chase me. However, because I did that, they might have shot each other, but there should be more than enough there to handle all the gold. So I'm not worried. But yeah, I'm just gonna be here to let them all. They already took all the gold, it seems like. They're gonna take all of this gold now. And then we're gonna see how much stuff we got. So it shouldn't be too long actually. Like, this farm swallows gold really fast. Like, I just put it like a shulker box, over a shulker box of gold ingots. And just shoot through the whole thing like it's nothing. You might have to put it more in the future, but that's not an issue. I love the gold farm. Okay, I believe it's now going to be the last bit of gold. Because there might have been... Oh, actually there's a bit of gold in the dispenser still. Anyway, let's just see how much we got. We got like a bunch of blackstone. We got a bunch of gravel. I believe we got some quartz. The most important thing that the reason I built it for today was the blackstone, which is good that we are getting like a decent bit of it. We got like maybe 2 rows, maybe a row and a half, which is really good. I'm going to AFK more in the gold farm, get the gold here, then load it up with more gold, but it's honestly not that bad. This is quite a lot of blackstone. Okay, so I did like a good, I don't even know how long. I left it overnight and then I had to go somewhere today, but it did disconnect sometime in the middle. But I did a really long AFK session, as you can see from my XP. We also got a ton of gold blocks, which is awesome. We're not gonna need all of them now, but it is really good to have it for like beacons, and maybe if we need to do more bartering with the piglins. Yeah, now I would like to build the next farm, for which is the Guardian farm. I'm using the tutorial from UForce. Now, I think it's an ENX04 design, just because most farms are ENX04 designs, but I don't think he said that it was an ENX04 design. Anyways, we're gonna need a bunch of soul sand, so let's go ahead and find that. I gotta put name tags on there. item frames on this one day. Okay, we need like a row of soul sand. We need 48 obsidian, and the rest of the stuff are relatively simple to get. Okay, so I'm in the middle of AFK the Guardian form. It's still not going to show how much we got because I don't know yet, but I want to keep AFK. But we are at day 300, as you can see, day 300, which I think is pretty cool. It's a big milestone, I'm gonna be honest. That's like what, each 100, like 100 hours, right? Day 300 is about 100 hours, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, that's crazy. 100 hours in this world. We already got a bunch of farms, a base, we got to the end, we got a bunch of more farms in the nether, and we're now AFKing another farm, working towards starting to build a mega base. I think that's pretty good progression, and I just want to show the day 300 counter, because I actually caught this time. I did not show 100 or 200, I don't think, but 300 I do have. Okay, so it's definitely not been an hour, but it's been about 20 minutes, and I just really want to check how much we got. So I'm going to check how much we got, and then we're going to time it by 3 to see how much we will get in an hour. But I'm really excited to see how well this farm works. Okay, that's actually really good, right? I feel like for a 20-minute session, and I'm assuming the other side is about the same. Yeah, each one of them basically had like 2 rows of items. And that's 20 minutes, meaning like in an hour it would about fill up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 double chests in an hour of like prismarine, shard, crystals, rock cod, and ink sac. And the ink sac is like only a slot at most, and not even in everyone. It's honestly like crazy. Also, I'm pretty sure this will give us more than enough ink sac than we need for general, because I'm going to build something else for black dye. But this is honestly like crazy good form. Okay, we're gonna need a lot more than this though, so I'm gonna add more storage and then I'm gonna AFK for a while. But this is honestly an amazing form. Okay, so it's definitely been a while, probably like a day and a half of AFKing, but we should have all the prismarine and all the variants we need. I got like 25 plus almost 26 shulker boxes of prismarine, plus a shulker box of dark prismarine, a shulker box of prismarine bricks, and a shulker box of sea lanterns. On top of that, we also got like 5 and something shulker boxes of ink sac, so I doubt we're gonna run out in the near future. Yeah, I think that's all we need in terms of prismarine. If we need more, we can AFK for more, but I don't think we do, because that is significantly over 40,000 prismarine, plus a couple more shulker boxes of the other stuff, so I don't think we're gonna need more. However, I do want to get a lot of deep slate, and because deep slate is already not insta-mined, I would like to get like a significant fast as with tools as we can. So I would like to first of all get ourselves a Silk Touch Efficiency 5 Diamond Pickaxe, and then upgrade everything to Netherite. And then I would also like to get a Haze Beacon. Luckily, the beacon we already got set up because we got the gold to power it. And we got the Wither Skeleton farm with a bunch of heads already there. But for the Netherite, we're gonna need to go into one of these shulker boxes. I don't remember which one. Here, that is. I did not need all of them. And then we need to duplicate some of them. I think we need a netherrack. Okay, that's gonna be expensive. We want to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're gonna want to have 12 of them. Okay, we are basically out of diamonds. Luckily, we're gonna mine a lot of deep slate, so we're gonna have more diamonds. We have enough netherite templates though now. So, if I'm not wrong, all we gotta do now is just go and get some TNT and go mine for some netherite. So, luckily I got quite a lot of gunpowder in these shulker boxes. So we're gonna go and have to get some sand, and then we're gonna craft a bunch of TNT and go mining for ancient debris in the nether, so we can have the best tools we can. But first of all, I would also like to craft diamond pickaxe. We are running really low on diamonds, but that's fine. A diamond pickaxe, and I would like to enchant it. Luckily we got a lot of levels. We don't got a ton of lapis. Great, that's a Silk Touch, the first try. Silk Touch Efficiency 4. So we can either take a lot of books and try and get Unbreaking 3, and then we already got Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 4, or we can get another diamond pickaxe and try and roll it there, meaning it will be a higher chance for those, but we are gonna have to run out of diamonds. But you know what, let's just do that. Why not? It's cooler if we're gonna spend every last diamond, I think. So let's see, we're gonna want Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3. Okay, that's actually perfect. I don't know what are the odds of having that like that, but great. We're gonna want to mix them together. So we have Efficiency 5 Unbreaking 3. Okay, that's also just crazy stuff happening here. We're gonna have to craft another anvil. Anyways, we're gonna need to take one of our mending books and combine that as well. And that's our new Silk Touch pickaxe. So now we have a diamond Silk Touch and a diamond Fortune 3, both Efficiency 5. So yeah, now we're just gonna go get some sand, craft some TNT, and get all the netherite we need for crafting full netherite armor and tools. Okay, so I now got the shulker boxes of sand. We're gonna craft them all into TNT, and then we're gonna go mining for some netherite. Okay, so I got in total like a bit over a row, which hopefully should be enough of TNT to get all the netherite we need. We need about, I believe, 44 netherite scrap, so like 44 ancient debris. We did have a little bit of sand left over, but we don't have any more gunpowder. So yeah, I'm gonna take this. We're gonna take a flint and steel, and then we're gonna go to the nether and start blowing up some netherrack in exchange for TNT. Okay, so I recorded a clip of me getting back and showing you the netherite in the tunnels, but I forgot to unmute the mic and the game sound, so it was completely muted. Anyways, we got 49 ancient debris, which is pretty good. Okay, anyways, we're gonna want to smelt the netherite, then we're gonna have to get the gold to craft the ancient debris, the netherite scrap, sorry, into netherite ingots, and then we're gonna have to upgrade everything. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this. wait for it all to be loaded up. The super smelter is honestly really good for, especially for the small stuff. Like, it's not as good for the big amounts, because then I have to turn it off every time the minecarts run out. But for the small amount, I think it's already fully loaded up all of the netherite. We already have 16 in. And yeah, you can see they keep just pouring in really quickly. Yeah, we can actually just watch this happening. It's honestly just insanely fast compared to our normal furnace. It's almost always just loading in more netherite, which is really good. And we have 49 now. Okay, that was exactly perfect timing. Anyways, we're gonna wanna repair our tools real quick, and we're also gonna wanna grab some gold from the gold farm. So both our stuff we're gonna wanna do there. So that's where I'm going now. Okay, so we're at the gold farm. Now we're just gonna wanna repair our... That's a weird thing, but if I mute it and then I unmute it, it's getting fixed. We are going to... Oh no, they are still angry at us. Good, that's exactly what I wanted to happen. Oh yeah, now we're repairing both of our tools. It shouldn't be too long. Don't like having non-fixed tools. I can also pretend like it's useful because we're gonna mine a bunch of deep slate, but I'm probably not gonna risk breaking the diamond pickaxes, but whatever. Anyways, we got it fixed up. We're gonna take the gold. So we do have quite a lot of it. I AFK'd overnight. I had like a 24-hour session. Let's just take a bunch of... Let's just take all the gold because I want to set up a beacon later. So we're gonna want to do it anyways. We got 12 netherite ingots, which is enough for 12 different items. So cool. Actually, I would like to put that back in there. But yeah, we're gonna want to have that happening. I also wanted to take some wither skeleton head from the nether, from the wither skeleton farm, and also some obsidian from the piglin farm, like from the bartering system, whatever you want to call it. I guess we can just take exactly enough for the wither. So let's say, I think that's exactly enough for, like, I think this divides by 3. Yeah, that's 75. That's enough for 25 beacons. Like, I'm not gonna use 25. The most you can use is 6, and we only need haste, maybe speed, but I don't think that's really gonna help. We don't have enough obsidian. Luckily, there's this cool trick where if we take like 3 stacks of gold, 2.5 stacks of gold blocks, then we fly up here, convert it all into gold ingots, dump it here, and then just wait for a little. It's gonna craft us more than enough items, including a lot of obsidian. And then just send all them all there. I'm gonna wait here for a little because the reason we need obsidian is for beacons. You need I think 3 obsidian, 5 glass, and nether stars. So we're gonna do that. It shouldn't take too long. As you can see, it's already like a bunch of stacks are out. Now it is just 3 hopper speed, so not really through that much, but it's still going like out pretty quickly, throwing out a lot of them. But yeah, as you can see, if we go here, we should already have quite a bit of obsidian. Yeah, it's already 38. Also got a lot of other stuff, which is nice, I guess. Like if we ever need more blackstone, which we probably will need some blackstone for the build. I'm still not sure if I want blackstone or deep slate or like a mix of the two. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna continue AFKing here for a little. By a little, I mean until this all runs out. Okay, so it's done. It ate all the gold. We still have some more gold. It's just it's finished the one I gave it. We didn't need that much, to be honest. We only need a stack and 11 on the dot. Cool. Anyways, let's go back to the nether portal. We're now gonna convert everything into netherite. And then we're also... Oh, actually, I do have a use for the second netherite. Because I need another sword that doesn't have fire aspect on it. So, I guess we did find a use for this after all. This isn't a great sword either because it's sharpness 4 and looting 2. And it's already at the max anvil uses, but it's a pretty good sword. I'm gonna use it in netherite form. Worst case scenario, I go and mine for more ancient debris. It honestly wasn't that bad. Like, I mean, I still have a lot more gunpowder in the gunpowder form, and I can AFK for longer if I really need to. So it's really not the end of the world. Yeah, we need to grab the smithing table. Still don't need another rack. Okay, I believe though, we are going to need more diamonds, because I don't think I have a diamond chestplate. Or maybe we do actually. Who knows? We do actually, okay. Let's just enchant it up real quick, because I don't like protection 3 and breaking 3. I want it to be protection 4. Same about the mending. These are actually pretty good. So let's start with the pickaxes because they are the best ones. Oh, we're also gonna need this. Let's start with the pickaxes because I feel like they are the most important ones. So the Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, and Breaking 3 Mending Pickaxe. That's the God Pickaxe, I feel like. Unless I'm forgetting something, but that's our first netherite tools. We got both netherite pickaxes. Now let's do the armor for the achievement. Covered in debris. Next, I would like to get the netherite hoe. I'll get a better one eventually, but that's also an achievement. Serious dedication. And the rest don't give you anything, but they're still pretty cool. And yeah, that's all we needed to do. I don't really need anything else, I don't think. I'm going to put on the armor now. That we are going to want to now go ahead and kill some withers. Okay, and that has been 25 withers, 25 bacon. Bam, we got it. Okay, so now we got 25 beacons. I'm also able to get out a lot of gold. I think we only need, like, let's see how much we need for a full beacon. 164, which is 2 stacks and 36. So 2 stacks and 36. We are also going to need 1 to activate it. And that should be enough to set up a beacon and start mining, according to what Google says. Okay, if we go now to like a random place to start digging, I've dug through multiple caves, but I don't think it's gonna matter that much. And if it is, we're gonna keep digging straight down until we get to the beacon. And then we're gonna have the beacon turn on. We're gonna wanna have this, and now I believe, yeah, we have haste. Oh, it's only haste 1. Okay, now this is way faster than it was before. And I don't mind that we use the diamond because we already got 50 without even doing anything. Okay, we're gonna wanna have the inventory cleared out. So we're gonna have this one for the ores, this one for the deep slate, this one for the deep slate, this one for... Actually, if we're gonna do that, if anything, then I'm gonna do it this way, where this one is for the random items, and then the rest are gonna be for the deep slate. Okay, and now I'm just gonna mine a lot of deep slate, I guess. Yeah, we're just gonna want to fill up, let's say, as many shulker boxes as we can in theory, but like, let's say 5 to 10 shulker boxes is gonna be about how much I'm aiming for. Okay, so this is actually massive. Whilst digging the deep slate, I got a wandering trader who had a cactus, and I have not been able to find any deserts yet, but I would like to get a bunch of cactus, so I'm gonna get as many as I can. Let's get as many as he will trade us. Okay, that's good enough for now. Yeah, we got 8 cactus, which is honestly really good. Yeah, it's awesome. We can now use these to build a farm in the future to get an infinite amount of cactus, but now we just have the beginning of it, so yeah, that's actually insanely good. Okay, and I believe that now, yep, that's our 6 shulker box of deep slate. We got 6 full of deep slate, which I think should be enough. We also got quite a bit of blackstone, so I think together it should be enough for the base. If not, then we can come back and do this whole thing. But I also want to show that this is a random shulker box of random items. But also I want to show this shulker box. We got almost 2 stacks of diamonds, 4 stacks of lapis, like 10 stacks of redstone. I decided to keep the gold and iron as ores. Mainly, I did accidentally break a couple of gold, but I feel like maybe we want to use them as building blocks one day, and if not, we can always break them with a fortune pickaxe. And I think this will be very helpful. Now let's craft it all up and put it in the chest. And now we're back to having quite a few diamonds, which were here, and we can put the lapis here for now. It is generally going to be in the chest at home, and here we have now over a stack of redstone blocks, which is going to be very helpful in building more projects in the future. We're gonna want to put these and this back in the shulker box. I'll probably break this beacon into later. But another thing I wanted to do was enchant my armor now, because we do have a lot of lapis and we obviously have a ton of XP from the gold farm. So together I believe we can now enchant our armor, get protection 4, and then go to the mending villager and get some mending books for armor. We do have like 2 left, but I feel like we should probably get a couple more. Yeah, okay, so let's take this. We're also gonna want to take out the chest plate, so let's see. Maxed out armor and tools. So we got the best netherite armor and the best netherite. Oh, actually, we do need to really quickly do that. And now we have the best armor and tools. Now it does look a little weird because everything is broken. Also, we need another Unbreaking 3 book, which don't worry, I have a lot of. And now we have all Unbreaking 3 mending on our elytras. We've got God armor and God tools, and yeah, that's perfect. I'm gonna go heal it in the gold form, and that's probably going to call it a day. And then next thing, we're gonna start building the farm, because we have all of the resources for building the farm, right? Like all of these are prismarine. These are the different versions of prismarine, like lanterns, bricks, and dark prismarine. And all of this is deep slate, and these are a couple of rogue ones. So we got all the blocks, we got the God armor and tools. I'm gonna get everything fixed up, and then we are done. We got everything we wanted to do. Okay, so I put everything in the chest here. Before transferring all of these shulker boxes into the base, I would like to first pick out an area. So let's just take the bottle of water. Now the base is going to be 200 by 200 blocks. So we're gonna want to have a massive area. And I feel like the ocean would be great for this because it's a prismarine themed base. And I think we have this area here should be more than enough, more than big enough for everything, I feel like, right? Like this definitely is over 200 by 200. So yeah, we're gonna get started. I'd like to transfer all the materials over to that area and then get started with the build. Okay, so I'm done with the first layout for the first layer of the build. Just so you realize how big this thing is. Wait, why are mobs spawning? That's an issue. We're gonna have to fix that. But this is the first layer of the build. Just so you realize how massive this is going to be, this is only the first layer of the build. We're gonna have to build another, I believe, 100 layers if I did the math right, but there is a good chance I didn't. This should be 200 by 200, and now the next layer should be way easier because it's just 1 block less every time. But yeah, let's get right to it. Okay, so second layer is now done. This is starting to get shape. It's very starting to get shape, which is the beginning. But it is massive. Like you can barely, I don't think you can, maybe I render the whole thing at once, but it's barely rendering the whole thing at once. And yeah, it's just massive. But yeah, let's continue building this thing. Okay, so the third layer is now done. It's getting a little faster every time, but it's... the first layer was definitely the slowest because I had to count from the thing. But now it's actually pretty simple. All I do is just this, get up a layer, and then spam the blocks. So yeah, let's continue for the fourth layer now. Okay, so we're now done with the fourth layer. Okay, we're now done with layer number 5. It is definitely starting to get a shape, right? Like if we look at it here, you can start to see that this is a massive build, but it also like starting to look like something, you know? Kind of looks like it's beginning to be something, you know? But yeah, let's continue building some more layers. Okay, now it's 10 layers down. As you can see, this is definitely starting to look like something. It's a massive 10 blocks tall pyramid, kind of, because it's not completed yet, so I don't know if it's a pyramid, but it's massive. It's 10 blocks tall. You can barely render it all at once. I think you, like, maybe if you stand in the center, you can render all at once, but it's massive, and it's going to end up being like a full-on pyramid. I cannot wait. But one thing I do want to do is I want to do a jump cut. So I'll just stand here, and whoa, that was completely instantly happened. That was crazy. I think that's like 20 layers now. Whoa. I mean, let's try that again. I think like if we stood like right in this block, and we look right in this direction. Whoa, that just happened really quickly. We're now 30 layers in. I guess we're gonna just do like some big jump cut, because let's see if we can do it again to get to 40. Whoa, that was a fast cut. I guess now we're gonna go to 50. We are now officially halfway done, I think. Like, probably more than halfway done, considering it just gets smaller every layer. But look at this thing now, it's like, you can actually see how massive it is. Now you might be wondering why I left it as water. It's because it gets really dark in here and mobs might spawn otherwise. Even though we do have a mob switch, I'm not 100% sure it works. But yeah, it is still insane how much progress we've done. But yeah, let's continue. Let's just stand in the special magical spot, look here, and 75. We're 75 layers in. I do believe I got the math right, because it seems like another 25 layers could be the end of it. As you can see, it's now really taking up shape. It's very obvious that it's going to look really cool in my opinion. We still didn't do the floor, because I don't know. I don't want the mob to start spawning, and I don't know why the mob switch is not working, but it's definitely not working. But yeah, only 25 layers to go, and they're getting smaller each time, meaning it's actually really few layers. As you can see from the shulker boxes, it's only like these 4 shulker boxes. They're not like completely full even. We've done all of these shulker boxes of Prismarine, which is awesome. Okay, and now we're done, and it started raining right as we finished the final block, but as you can see, this is a massive pyramid. If we go far away, you can not even see the top. It is a massive, massive pyramid. However, as of right now, it's just a hollow shell of a pyramid. I want it to look a little more like something resembling of a base, so that's why we got all the other types of blocks and all of that kind of stuff. So what I'm planning is building massive door. One second, I want to fly away so it will look clear. I want to build like massive doors so you can just fly in and out very easily. And I want to build it one on each side, so like 4 doors. Maybe decorate the doors a little. And I'd also like to add some like sea lanterns and blackstone as detailing. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I don't really have too much of a plan. I'm kind of just winging it, but I kind of think I know what I want to do. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, so this is now the door. I feel like it's big enough to easily fly in, whilst not being too big to remove from the side of the entire build. Now you might notice that it's not directly on the floor, and that's because I do want to have the floor a little higher, because I have plans and stuff to do below the floor. But yeah, I also put a beacon here. I thought it would reach the entire area, but it only reaches like half of it or something, like the top half. I don't know. Anyways, we do have the door now. I had to use some TNT to do most of it, but now that I have the size down, I might add some more beacons in the corners to do more of them. But I think this is looking pretty good. I don't know if I love the fact that it's outlined with dark prismarine. I might want to try like adding some shading to it with some prismarine bricks around the dark prismarine, or some sea lanterns or something. We're gonna figure out the final detailing later. for now I do like the way that it looks. The size is something I really worried about. I had to shrink it down a little. I originally made it a little too big, but I think now it looks pretty good. So yeah, now we're gonna put it on the other 3 sides. Then we're gonna decorate the rest of the pyramid, because it's still like pretty bland, I feel like. Okay, the doors are now complete. I had to take all the gold from the gold farm, but we now have all 4 doors. As you can see, we can get in and out from every direction of this base. They're all, I hope, the same size. I hope it's the same size. I believe it's the same size. I wrote down the coordinates and everything, so I believe it's the same size. Now we're not gonna do the interior today, but I do want to make sure the entire exterior looks good, and for now it's still a little bland. I would like to add rows of sea lanterns at the corners, and then like do a cool design with blackstone around it. I think that would look pretty awesome. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so for now I came out with this design. We added a line of lanterns with deep-set slabs on the corners, and this like eye thing in the middle. I feel like it's a nice detail while not making it like too distracting. I also tried to spam a bunch of sea lanterns, so I added this another line here. I feel like it separates the eye a little more, but also it gives more lighting. I also surrounded the door with more sea lantern slabs, which I feel like will make it look even better, whilst also making sure mobs won't spawn. I believe this is lit up enough to where mobs won't spawn. If not, I think I will add maybe like some more like sea lantern stuff on the sides here. I'll see at night if mobs spawn here, maybe, but for now I'm going to do this on all the other 4 sides, because for now it's still looking like this. So yeah, I definitely like this design a lot more than this design, so yeah, let's continue. Okay, so it's done. We are now fully done with the base. It's no interior. I will do that in another episode because I have some cool plans for the interior, but it will take a while. But as you can see, the exterior is now fully done. This is how it looks on every single side, fully lit up, filled with sea lanterns and different kinds of prismarine and a bunch of deep slate. Now, we did go a little overboard with some of the material, but we were missing some prismarine bricks and sea lanterns, which is why I had to AFK in the farm for a couple hours. But we did end up getting a little too much deep prismarine and way too much deep slate. But that's not an issue, it's better to have more than less. But as you can see, we've used all these boxes used to be filled with prismarine. This had a bunch of deep slate. And this was empty twice, I think, and this was empty once. I had to get some materials from the farm. But yeah, it's by far the biggest thing I've ever built. As you can see from the inside, it is massive. There's more than enough room for anything we may ever want. I don't know if it's fully lit up in here. It's probably not. I think like this does not produce anywhere near enough light. But still, we have more than enough room if we ever want to put like a storage system in here, or like a super smelter, or both, or whatever we ever want to have in this. We can have a massive nether portal. We have enough room to do whatever we ever want to do in a mega base, which I feel like is very awesome. It also looks incredible from afar. Now we don't have enough render distance, but if we did that for a second, you can now see the whole thing at once, which looks incredible. We can definitely add a bigger beacon here with all the effects and everything one day. But yeah, this is just awesome. I love the way it turned out. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and turn on notification. And until the next time, goodbye. Okay, so what's up guys, this is Zyjox in another video. In this video, we are going to build a farm for every single farmable item I can think of. Anywhere from an obvious one, like an obsidian farm or a honey farm, to less known ones like hanging roots and sea pickle farms. And yeah, this is going to be dozens of farms. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right to it. The first thing I would like to do is make sure my entire farming district here is chunk loaded. I would like to now build the most important farm probably in the game, at least if you are interested in building a lot of farms, and that is a raid farm. And the reason it's so important is because it produces thousands of redstone an hour, meaning I will no longer have to go mining every time I'm running out of redstone. Now, ironically enough, I think I might have to go mining for redstone just to build this farm, but we'll see. For now, I think we're just gonna get the materials. I don't know if we have some of the materials, even the non-redstone stuff, but we'll see. Yeah, let's start. Okay, so I believe that now, if I understand it correctly, we have every material we need for the farm. I think we can build it in this area next to our quote-unquote water farming district, where we have the Guardian farm and the Creeper farm. Okay, and now the final thing we need to do in order to use the farm is have a non-fire aspect sword, which I could use to get this to sharpness 5, and I believe that's all we need, right? This has sharpness 5, looting 3, scooping at 3, and breaking 3, mending, and it's the same as this, just without fire aspect. Okay, and last thing I would like to do is make it netherite. As we drink the potion, get here, we need to have an auto clicker going, so we're gonna put an auto clicker going every second. Then drink the potion, then we have this, and then we hit this, if I understand it correct. It should get started in 15 seconds, as I'm understanding it. It's working, I believe. Now the raid should get started. And the Ravagers should die above at the lava cauldrons. But yeah, as you can see, the Raiders is not spawning, I don't think. Oh wait, they are spawning. Okay, it is working. Okay, we can see mobs are dying. Okay, I can see a totem of undying there. I see more totems. Okay, I see way more totems. They're glitched in there. Right, I think now it should be over. And if we go down here, yeah, we have a bunch of totems. We got a ton of them. Like, at least relatively a ton. Relative to, like, 0, it's a ton. Not to mention, it's also producing gunpowder, emeralds, and redstone, which is insane. Now we can have totems of undying going, which is great. We have emeralds going. However, I just thought to use this farm, we have to have a lot of bad omen potions. So I think the next thing I'm going to be making, the next farm I'm going to be making, is a bad omen potion farm. So yeah, now we're gonna do that. Okay, so the farm is now complete. I had to flatten out the area, but everything else I did show. I also showed some of the flattening. It ended up just being placing a bunch of dirt, and I don't know if I placed enough dirt. Technically, you don't have to flatten it at all, so I think it should be enough. I am worried about the fact that the iron golem in the middle could just be shot by the villagers, but let's hope it's okay. Anyways, as you can see, there's a bunch of smoke particles going there. Not the smoke particle, I mean the white smoke ones, which means the mobs are dying, which is really good. It means this farm is working really fast. By the way, this is a tutorial from Shulkercraft, but the design is by Big Booty 17. He's a great farm designer. So yeah, I'm just gonna AFK here for a little, because if I'm gonna get the bottles, I don't want to fly 3,000 blocks every time, so I'm just gonna get a bunch of them now, and yeah. Okay, so we're going to be starting with a honey block farm by Cubfan. Now the benefit here with the honey block rather than a honey bottle is that you don't have to ever refill the bottles. It's automatically taking the honey bottles, craft them into honey blocks, and then uses them as and then like reuses the bottles, which is really good, because that way we're never gonna have to take care of it. We can just put like a chunk loader next to it and it's gonna run like forever. However, it does require a little more expensive materials, and also I don't know if it can handle 6 bee nests. The design he's using uses 2 of them. I'll see if I can make the modification in order to bring 6 of them, but we'll see. Either way, I feel like it's gonna be more worth it than having to refill the honey blocks. So even with 2, if it can run forever without ever having to touch it, it is better than having 6 that we have to refill. So yeah, we're gonna see. But for now, let's go and get the materials. So first of all, we're gonna need a couple of shulker boxes. I don't know why I brought this many, but yeah. Okay, so I'm like 90% sure, because this was actually a really good tutorial, that we have enough, we have built it correctly. Chunk loader shulker boxes here, so this should not be too big of an issue. Well, what is this place? Yeah, this should be working now, right? Yep, I built a chunk loader by memory. That's sad. Anyways, just kidding. No, I think it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna say it's not cool. Who am I to think that this is not cool? But yeah, now this farm should be working 24/7 pretty much, unless we're at the end. And even then, if it's gonna break, it's just not gonna be automatically working. And because there's no day-night cycle in the Nether, it should honestly be working 24/7. Oh yeah, that's actually really cool. I believe now we can build the next farm, which is the honeycomb farm, which is basically this, just without all the mess around it. It's just dropper with shears and hoppers underneath collecting the honeycomb. So yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so now we have the 2 honey farms with the chunk loaders, so it'll work forever. The next farm I would like to build is a blaze rod farm, because blaze rods are very helpful as they are very good smelting source. And this farm apparently produces 1,200 blaze rods an hour, which is really good. Okay, so I believe I have the farm working now, right? I'm gonna have to build a better way to get in it. But if I go here, yeah, okay, the blazes start spawning. I believe I built that part. And then all I have to do is just hold an auto clicker here. And we have looting 3, so that's helped. But yeah, other than that, we're just gonna AFK here. I killed some blazes while building this, which is very cool. But yeah, we're just gonna AFK here. We can get a bunch of blaze rods, and according to the rate, this will be about 1,100 an hour. Now, I don't want any mobs accidentally killing me while I'm AFKing here, so I blocked this off. There should not be any way mobs can get in here, as far as I could tell. I don't want even by accident anything to happen, so I'm just going to do some spawn proofing. Okay, I think this should be enough torches. There should not be any mobs that are able to spawn here. So now, if we just hold this, also this was an insane amount of them, they just all flowing in here. Okay. I put 2 double chests. It should be about 2, like a row, almost 2 rows an hour. So 2 double chests should be enough for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of AFK here, which I doubt I'll need that much, but if I do, I could just then clear all the blaze rods in like 4 shulker boxes, so it should be okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna AFK here for a little, because I want this to be our new fuel source. As it's way better than coal, and we can get it really, really quickly, so I feel like it's definitely gonna be worth it. Okay, so next farm I would like to build is a moss farm, because I want to build a new bone meal farm, because the one I built earlier is just not working for some reason. It's eating the bone meal instead of producing more. I'll show you in a second. When I activate it, it just uses up bone meal and produces less than it creates, and that just means it just creates, it eats up bone meal to create less bone meal. You can see that here, instead of filling up, it's going to just use the bone meal. So it just goes down really fast. I'm going to deactivate it now because I don't want to waste all my bone meal. So what I'm going to be using is a farm called the Dust Moss, which is the farm I built here. I tested it out first. I built it in the creative world first to make sure it works. However, as you can see, it requires a lot of moss, but it does work insanely well. You can see here at the rate it produces the moss. You can see like how fast it does that. And not only does it not eat up moss, you can see I put a stack in each of these dispensers. You're gonna see just continuously fills up, sometimes even goes up a little. As you can see, it already gained 22 in this composter. This one gained 36. This one gained 27. And this one gained 32. Plus, although it also produced all of these ones, which it continuously produces, so it's a really fast moss farm. We will need to add a chunk loader, because if you unload it while it's active, it will break. And unlike this is not a simple farm to rebuild, so I would have to add a chunk loader to it. However, if we just build it in the spawn chunks, it should be okay. But yeah, we need to build a moss farm in order to get all this moss. So we're gonna start by building the moss farm, and then we're gonna build this bone meal farm. Okay, and the moss farm, let's just turn the sounds down because moss farms are very loud. But yeah, this farm is working the way I understand it. You can see that it always stays at exactly 59, meaning that it uses, like, it refills, like 2 composters are exactly enough to refill the thing. You can see it's never like going up or down, it's crazy timing. Like this is filling in exactly when this is using up, so it's looking really cool. But also it fills up these chests with a bunch of moss, flowering azalea seeds, moss carpet, and it just fills up really quickly. And as you can see, just what it does is just flushes, like you create a stone generator, then it pulls all of this down there, and then turns some of it into moss, okay, there is the issue here I would like to fix of, well, yeah, it just turns most of it into moss, but some of it into, what's it called? Into bone meal, and that's it. And apparently it produces like 21,000 moss items per hour, which is a ton. And considering we only needed like 4 stacks of moss blocks for the next farm, this is more than enough. It already produced all the moss we're gonna need, so that is awesome. This seems to be stuck there. That is awesome. I don't know why that's stuck there, but yeah, it's a really cool farm. Okay, so since these 2 bone meal farms don't work, I'm going to tear them down and build in the chunk loaded area like 2 maybe 3 or 4 of these. Then I'm gonna bring this back to be, one second, this is doing a lot of noise. I'm gonna make it so this is back to being moss, but as you can see, it's definitely working. I turned off the farm, so it's not working at the moment, but if I turn it on, it definitely should be working. You can see this is not going to use, it's like it makes enough to refuel itself, but then it also creates a bunch of bone meal pretty quickly, to be honest. It's like, doesn't take that long. So if I have like 2 or 3 of them, maybe, all in the chunk loaded area, so it's always working, I think it should be okay. I'm gonna turn this off for now so it doesn't accidentally break. Okay, and I believe the farm is now working. They should all be an infinite supply of bone meal, like they supply themselves, and the access goes here. And as you can see, it's going up really quickly. I've ended up building 4 of them, as you probably saw. 1 second, we gotta go sleep. And if I build it correctly, it should not have broken from me going to sleep. I hope it's working. I believe it is working. It is really, really fast. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait here for a little. I'm gonna tear down this one because it's not working and I want to have the materials, and then we're gonna build the next farm. Okay, so we got a couple of extra farms now. If we take here, we have the nano crop farm. Basically, we take any of the crops we want. For example, let's say I want to get a bunch of wheat for some target box. All I gotta do is flick this lever, aim at the what's it called, farmland, and then I just hold right click and it continuously gives me more seeds, which I then instantly grow into wheat. And the way it works is just making it too dark for crops to grow and then making it light enough for crops to grow with the piston. We got an infinite amount of any of these, and it makes thousands of them an hour. I loaded it up with quite a lot of the bone meal. It seems like for some reason is the only one that loaded it fully in, and the rest only have like some in. Doesn't really matter, they all have the exact same amount of bone meal in general, so it works. I believe this is now fit, I hope so. Anyways, here we have a tall flower farm. Basically we pick whatever flower you want. For example, for now I put a peony, and then we just flick the lever. It uses bone meal on the flower, which then makes it duplicate, and because the mud block is not a full block, the hopper takes the items through the mud block. And it all goes here, by the way. Here it's a flower farm where all we gotta do is flick the lever. My bad. It's depending on which side the stone is. So we just flick that, and then it sprays a bunch of bone meal on a large grass platform. And then it gets you a bunch of flower seeds, and yeah. The reason I built it here and not next to the other farm is because in this area we have blue flower, white flower, yellow flower, and red flower, and the other type of white flower. So I believe this is the best area to put it, and then you just walk all over this area and claim all of these flowers. Like this, and I just, for now at least, dump them in here, and we have a bunch of stuff here. So if we ever need dyes or anything, we can just take it from this farm. Okay, now these 2 farms are also ready, producing us the crimson roots, crimson fungus, and the warped roots and the warped fungus. Working the same way as any other as the other flower farm right there, just with the warped nylium or the crimson nylium instead of the grass. And yeah, this is all it does. But now that we're done with some of the easier farms, I would like to go back to building a pretty complicated farm, but this one will be very helpful, but in only certain situations, because the next farm is an obsidian farm. Now I will have to break it later because of something I'll talk about afterwards. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go build the obsidian farm. Okay, so I've come up with this design for the obsidian farm. After a 10-minute test, this is how many obsidian we got. It's an interesting design. I did kind of make it up myself. This water and the locking of the wither is from the ENX04 design. But I added the snow golems to shoot him in order for him to break it, and I also added the part that regenerates the platform because the part that the NX04 designed for some reason is not working for me. But yeah, basically the issue with this design, which is not the best, but I couldn't find a better solution for, is that it used items to regenerate the platform. So in order to get that, to get around it, we're gonna have to add a filter. Like I have an item filter here. So yeah, it is going to be a little annoying. I'm probably not gonna use Snowball just because they're stacked at 16 and it's more efficient to do at 64. Other than that though, I think that should be all. Okay, so I muted the mob sounds because if I go to music, there are a lot of blocks. It is very loud. So let's just mute that. I've been here for a bit. I've tried to figure out how to build the shulker box loader, but I see I'm missing some materials. But I did want to show. Well, we got a lot of obsidian already, and I've already set up the filters with this. We're using cobblestone, and it is all seemingly working. If we look here, the items get in, reload the obsidian platform, the snow golems hit the wither, who then regenerates the platform. It's working really well. Okay, so I was able to load in the shulker loader. It's taking the input from the 3 chests, transferring them to here. It seems like it doesn't, but just because it takes input really fast. And then it transfers it all into this shulker box loader, where I've loaded one shulker box plus another double chest of shulker boxes, meaning that actually there's not going to be enough room for everything, so yeah, whatever. Worst case scenario, one shulker box won't get loaded. That's assuming even this entire thing even works. Now all the excess cobblestone is going to go through here. Theoretically, I put 7 shulker boxes of cobblestone, so I'm not too worried of it not working, at least in the loading department. Like, it should be enough cobblestone to load all the platforms. If the timing is even close to accurate, it should be okay. So yeah, other than that, I guess it's only time to AFK now. I'm just gonna sit here overnight and hope for the best. I know it's not exactly insane or anything, but it is day 701. Sadly, I missed day 700. I didn't notice it. Okay, so finished transferring all of the shulker boxes with obsidian to here. But yeah, we're now going to kill the wither because I'm gonna need that space for something else. Let's just take all of our stuff. You thought it would be really difficult to do this, right? But it's actually very simple. All you gotta do is shoot him with a bow. Even if he would have escaped, it's not gonna be the end of the world. Well, there was like a stag in over a stag. Well, it's in the hoppers now. There was a decent bit of it here, so let's just wait for everything to load into the shulker boxes. The farm is now officially done working. Let's put back the last nether star. Never had any issues with wither, so yeah. Now I think it's time to tell you what's the next farm we're gonna build. The next farm we're gonna build is the gravity block farm. At this point I decided to just start showing the farm rather than showing you every time me getting the materials, building the farm, and then showing the farm, as otherwise the video would be ending up taking hours, because we still have like 50 more farms to go over. So I hope you'll forgive me for that, but yeah, we're gonna have to go much faster now. Okay, and the farm is now done. Yeah, as you can see, the sand is flying in. It's breaking on the signs, and then all flowing in to the collection system, where there's 30 double chests of storage. Well, this giant machine that automatically breaks the concrete does not work, sadly. This basically is that, just you also need a pickaxe, I guess. So I prefer this, I guess. Okay, and the farm now works. All we gotta do is hit these drowns with preferably loading 3 sword, and all their drops come here. We got a Nautilus shell already. That is crazy. That was like 3 of them. I highly doubt those are the actual rates, but yeah, we have a drowned form, which not only produces us copper, it also produces us Nautilus shells and tridents and rotten flesh, which is why I chose to do this kind of farm rather than the farm kind where yeah, where you have zombies spawning more of these. By the way, we just got a trident one, so that has a chance for that. But yeah, that's why I picked this farm rather than the simpler ENX04 design where you hit a zombie and then it spawns more zombie and then you drown the zombies. Because those don't give you Nautilus shells and tridents, and these do. And I said I wanted to build a farm for every item, so we gotta do it. Already got a copper ingot. So yeah, I'm just gonna AFK here for a little, get some items, and yeah, that's probably. Then we're gonna move to the next farm. Okay, so I've been AFKing here for a little. It's honestly not that long. Like, if I stand here, let's just kill all of them so I can show you. They're dying really quickly. Like, they're spawning really quickly, sorry. But yeah, the reason I waited now is because we got a trident. I don't know why, but it's mythic. So that's pretty awesome. We also got 27 copper, 3 Nautilus shell here, plus 20 and 5. So in total we got 47 and 8 Nautilus shells, which is enough Nautilus shells to craft conduit and a lot of copper, more than we need, I think, because like, yeah, I don't really plan on building with it. It's just for like spyglasses and like lightning rods and stuff. Still pretty awesome. Also got a couple of fishing rod, a bunch of rotten flesh, those kinds of things. But mainly the trident is what I care about, because now we can enchant it and it would be pretty awesome. By the way, as you can see, they've already spawned a bunch of them. I saw one of them had a trident, so I thought maybe, but he didn't. I'm breaking 3. And we also go here to take one of our mending books, combine them all in here, and I believe this is like the best trident you can get while building a shulker loader for the bone meal farm. By the way, it's really fast while building. It's already filling up the first hoppers. Anyway, I found this wandering trader, and he has mangrove propagule. Create a mangrove farm and then get an infinite amount of these. Froglight farm is now built. I didn't show myself building it because I realized it's probably already been like a while since the beginning of the video, and we're not even like halfway through the farms, so we're gonna have to speed things up. But I did show myself getting the frogs, and the farm is now working. We're getting the ochre froglight, the pearlescent froglight, magma cream, and the verdant froglight, and we're getting quite a lot of them. If we want to AFK here, all we gotta do is, and then we can see that the magma cubes are gonna start spawning. Okay, so I currently have this cobblestone generator, which has been helping us out a lot for a long time, and we still have quite a lot of cobblestone just in case. However, it did technically kind of stop working. I guess I'm gonna put it above there because it's already like pretty noisy and stuff. This one is a pretty quiet area, so I'm gonna be building it there. Now again, I got all the materials here. I had all of them because I already had a shulker box with lava in them. I just gotta build it. It is designed by Scorpio. The tutorial is by Kelp, and again, all the tutorials are going to be either in the description or in the Discord server, depending if I can fit them in the description. And yeah, I'm just gonna do 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that was crazy. That just appeared there out of nowhere. Let's go check that out. So let's see if there's an activation lever right here. Let's see what happens when you flick that. Oh my god, it's a TNT. Who would have guessed? But yeah, now on a more serious note, this farm is pretty good. As you can see, it's already starting to produce a lot of it. In theory, okay, I'd like to take that a little. In theory, I could just leave it here and it would work forever. This is the chunk with the chunk loader, so the whole farm is loaded. I am taking a little damage from the TNT, but it's fine. In theory, according to what the tutorial says, it produces 120,000 items per hour, which items meaning cobblestone. Could be, honestly, like, I don't know. I don't have a shulker box loader here yet. I might in the future, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay, so I've got this whole trading setup. We have Unbreaking 3, Looting 3, Sharpness 5, very cheap Mending for 12 emeralds, Efficiency 5, Protection 4, then 4 Fletchers that will trade us emeralds for sticks if we want it, because the braid farm is a little slow for emeralds. It's really good for other stuff. Also, they can trade string for emeralds, which is really good. I'm going to build another string duper here, so I can trade with them. It's also right near the wood farm, so it's amazing. And we also have one for all the tools and one for all the armors. So it is really good. I've had to trade quite a lot with them to upgrade them, but it is really good. Now we're done. Okay, so I got these materials, and if you can guess what I'm building, it's good. If not, you're gonna see in 3, 2, 1. Bam! This is a dripstone farm. It works by the water pointing into the dripstone blocks, making the dripstone go, and then once it reaches to the observers make the pistons fire, and we get the dripstone, and it points here. And it works because you can it works for both pointed dripstone and dripstone blocks, because you can craft dripstone blocks with pointed dripstone. Okay, so we have a mud farm now. It's a pretty cool farm. You just break this, place of dirt, break this, place of dirt, break this. Now in theory you cannot spam it, I think, because if you do spam it, it stops working. Maybe if we shift click, it's going to work. Well, you can see it just... Yeah, it's breaking if we do it too fast, because it dispenses the thing a little too early. However, if we time it correctly, it should be okay. And bam! We have another farm. And you might be thinking, wait, this isn't a farm. Anyway, this is converts mud into clay, so it's kind of a clay farm. Again, we can trade for clay with villagers, so I doubt we really need it. But if we do for some reason need it, it's just gonna place 24 mud. It slowly converts into clay, and then we can mine the clay with either a fortune or silk touch, and bam, farm. Bam! The Withers Road farm is now working, and you might be saying, but Zydrox, you spilled a lot of water there. Yeah, apparently I need to do that to improve the rates by a lot, because otherwise they teleport away. However, all we gotta do is just stand here, and you see all the Endermen falling down there. That's all of them are going to be killed by Wither, and then drop Wither Roses, which we can then use for black dye or maybe a Wither skeleton form in the future, but we already have one, so I don't know if we'll use that, but it is technically a possibility. And also, like, you can use it for Wither effect, I guess, to kill killing chambers and stuff. Either way, we have that, and it's pretty cool to look at, to be honest. Just looking at it from above, seeing them all fall in that one specific hole is pretty satisfying. It's like they're all being eaten by like those 6 blocks somehow. Sometimes like it struggles to eat them, but eventually it does, and I find that pretty cool. Okay, so the next farm requires all of these materials, which might seem like a lot, and that's because it is. However, it's mainly just portal spam. As you can see, 3 out of those 2 shulker boxes, 3 out of those 4 shulker boxes are just obsidian and blocks, and the rest is just this, which is a collection system. So it's relatively simple, and I'm going to be building it here as this is a pretty large soul sand valley, so I feel like that would be pretty good. And yeah, I'm going to be building it right here. So yep, and the gas farm is complete. As you will see in a bit, the gas spawn and instantly get teleported through the nether portal into the overworld side, where they get crushed to death, like they get suffocated to death, and then their drops get, there was a gas there, and then their drops get collected in a collection system. I totally did not have an issue where the portal connected incorrectly, and then they appeared to have spawned in a different place than I would have wanted. and then I had to fight like 20 gas. That did not happen. Anyways, if we go down here, we can see there's this special portal I've made just for myself, even though it links to the exact same place as the other portals. Which is this killing chamber, where when they spawn, it's too small for them to survive and or move, so they just suffocate to death, and their drops go through those hoppers into these chests. Okay, the farm is in theory now complete. We are going to need to fill this up with a bunch of buckets. Okay, so yeah, now it's loaded up with buckets. All we gotta do is take some buckets, remove the offhand, make sure our inventory is filled up, and then we stand right here, hold right click, and it should start filling up buckets. Every one that is filled up, we will pick up, and then we get another bucket, and the farm works. Okay, I was able to get all the sheep in their places, and I've got all the dyes here already. I will have to clean this up a little. I'm gonna have to dye them and then break all the scaffolding I used to get them in, but other than that, the farm should be done now. The next farm we're going to be building is an automatic wood farm, and you might be saying, what, how can you make an automatic wood farm? Like you have to place the saplings. Well, I'm going to show you that right after we're done building it. Okay, so the farm is now working. As you can see, it basically sprays a bone meal on either Nylium, like Crimson or Warped Nylium, and that has a chance of growing a fungus, which if you bone meal the fungus, it can grow the nether tree, which means you can automatically grow trees without even having to place the saplings. And then there's TNT dupers, blow them up, and all is going into a collection system. Kelp farm. This is a seaweed farm. All you gotta do is flick this lever, hold left click, and you get a bunch of seaweed. Kind of an amethyst farm. I dug out a lot of the buddings. This is an ice farm, and as you can see from the lack of ice around, this would be very, very helpful to have. The way this works is by having water sources in a snowy biome, and then you just go ahead and mine whenever the water freezes up into ice, which will help us a lot, because doing this every time, way slower than having to wait for water to freeze up. So that's going to be very helpful. Glowing sack farm. This was by far one of the unnecessarily hardest farms I've made. Because I wanted to build it near the other farms, however, so I built it here. However, it needed to be dug down to Y level 30, and the surface here is 80, and it needed to be like this size of a hole, so it wasn't fun. But it's done. If we get this platform here, we will be able to see that squids are gonna form, glow squids are gonna spawn there, and then they're gonna float and go into the magma cubes, and then they're gonna be collected into a storage system. This is a cobweb farm. If we go ahead and take some shears, fill up this dispenser with a couple of weaving potions, and then right click it, and then we flick this lever, the chickens die, and we get some cobweb, which we can mine right up. Yeah, that's a cobweb farm. So this is a pumpkin and melon farm, so if we activated that, it now has a flying machine with hopper minecarts that go and break the pumpkins and melons, collect them, and then dump them into the hoppers, bringing them all into here, and yeah, that technically works. This is a regular cactus farm. Basically, the cactus grows, and then when it grows, it gets destroyed by the fact that it's right next to a fence, and then it breaks, and the cactus falls down into the water stream, which then ends up in the hopper and in the chest. So eventually, we'll start creating some cactus for us. Okay, so this is supposed to be one of. Let's just take down the volume. This is supposed to be one of the fastest basalt farms in the game. As you see, it generates a lot of them, then it drops the TNT with the TNT duper onto the basalt generated, and it's all going into here. And as you can see, it's going up both here at hopper speed and here at hopper speed. This is a Dripply farm. All I gotta do is break this and start holding activate this lever, and then holding left click and right click, and it will continue to generate an infinite amount of drip lift. And it's a very complicated farm design, so look at that. Yep, that's it. That's the whole farm. This is an actually pretty useful farm. This is a stone farm where all we gotta do is flick this lever and this lever, then go right here, hold left click, and we are mining a lot of stone because we have haste 2 beacon right there. We get haste 2, so we insta mine the stone. It's all going into the hoppers and are then collected right down there. If we want to stop this, we just flick these 2 levers and we get an infinite amount of stone. And it's actually going to be very useful because a lot of redstone components like repeaters and comparators require stone, as well as a lot of building blocks require a lot of stone. So this is actually a really useful farm. So yeah, this is a vine farm. Basically, you once it starts growing, you fill up your inventory with an item and put a shear in your hand, and then hold left click, and then the water stream is going to take you all around until you eventually go back around. And when the shear breaks, there's a system here that dispenses a new shear, so it's going to work indefinitely. Yeah, this is a glow lichen farm. If we activate this lever and then look right there, we can just hold left click and it breaks the glow lichen. It's been created by having the dispenser filled with bone meal, and it's another bone meal farm. So yep, and then we just put the bone meal, the glow lichen here, the shears here, and this is going to be filled up with a lot of bone meal, and that is it. That's the whole farm. This is an automatic coarse fruit and flower farm. When this grows, like, you have to stand here with the coarse flower, then when this grows, the farm automatically breaks it. You place the new one, and the new coarse flower and fruit gets right to you. And yeah, that's the farm. This is a wood stripper. So if we take some wood, let's say we put half, we could in theory put all but like a couple, and then we do this. I want to eat real quick, but then we just hold right click and left click at the same time, and it works. This is another word form, and you might be saying that this is a little cheating because it's not really an automatic farm. However, there's really no way, as far as I know, to automate it, because it doesn't you can't put bone meal on it, so, and if you harvest it, you're gonna have to manually replant it anyways, so it's better to manually harvest it with a Fortune 3 hoe, or anything, I guess, but hoe I feel like it's for farming, so yeah. Basically what we need to do is wait for it to grow, and then farm it with a Fortune 3 hoe, and then replant it. That's like the best thing to another word farm you can do. And I guess now we've done that. This is a glowberry farm. All you do is flick this lever, right click, and you get an infinite amount of glowberries. Okay, so this is a sweetberry farm. It's very different from the glowberry farm. All we do is flick this lever and hold right click, and it generates a bunch of sweet berries. This is a cocoa bean farm. All we gotta do is hold the cocoa bean, activate this, and hold right click, and we get an infinite amount of cocoa beans. This is a pink petal farm. All we do is push this lever, and then the bone meal dispenses on the pink petal, which then duplicates it. This is a hanging root farm, where all we do is again flick this lever, hold shears, and hold left click here, and it's going to give us a lot of hanging roots. This is a sepical farm, so all we gotta do is activate this, and then hold right click and flick left click, and it's automatically placing and then growing. This is a grass farm. All we gotta do is break this, place one more. I was going to activate it, but and yeah, just break it with shears, and we get grass. This grass farm actually also works as a fern farm, so if we activate it, it's used the exact same way. This is an automatic fish farm, so if we aim right in between the trapdoor and the pressure plate, so then we hold right click, we're going to automatically fish. Whenever we get another fish, it's going to hook it, and then we're going to continue holding right click, and it works. This is a coral farm. You just go here with shears and you break the coral, and you get all kind of coral and seaweed and stuff. Now, the one bad part about this is that it has to be in a coral reef, and the closest one I found 5,300 blocks away from our farms, so I highly doubt we're ever going to actually use this. But if we are, this is a phantom farm. Now, because I do sleep every night, I'm not gonna get any phantom this night, the next night, or the night after that, I don't think. But we are eventually, if I don't sleep, we are gonna get them. And the idea is we get in here, stand on top of this, and then when they try and attack us, they get stuck in the water, swoop in here. They cannot attack us, but we can attack them through the air gap around the iron bar. And then we just have an auto clicker here looking up, and we can kill all of them when they come. So yeah, this is a phantom farm. This is a chicken farm, which sure also produces chickens, but more importantly for me, it will also produce feathers, which is another automatic item that we can get, because chicken is only meant for food, and we already have an infinite food farm. But we don't have an infinite chicken farm, so infinite feather farm, and now we do. So this is pretty cool. The way it works, the chicken will eventually grow up, start laying eggs. The eggs go into this dispenser. Once an item goes into this dispenser, it will automatically be shot into the slab, and the item would be egg. Once the eggs get thrown into the slab, there's a chance the chicken will spawn, and once the chicken grows up, it gets killed by the lava, and the items get sucked into the hopper. And that's it. That's the chicken farm. Okay, so we're done. After weeks in the making, hundreds of hours poured in. Like seriously, if we look at the day counter, because I did some AFKing before this starting to work on this, we started about day 568. We're now at day 915. This is that's like 350 days of building farms and stuff. It's actually crazy to think about. It's over 100 hours of grinding, which I find insane. In that time, we got a lot of materials, including having like basically infinite amount of materials. For example, we have a practically infinite amount of bone meal, as well as an infinite amount of obsidian. As you can see, we have over 2 double chests of shulker boxes. Not to mention, we have farms for hundreds of different materials, and if we want any of them, we just have to activate a farm and we get it. And yeah, it's insane. We also got some of them being more efficient, like an automatic bone meal farm, the villager breeder, which the villager trading hall, which produces us a lot of enchants, emerald, food, stuff like that. And some of them are more obscure, but will help us at some point. For example, the lava bucket farm. Even though it's not always going to be necessary, when it is, it's nice to have an infinite supply of it. So yeah, we are now done. After over 100 hours of building farms, I believe we have every single farm in the game. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and turn on notifications. Until the next time, goodbye. So what's up guys, this is Ajax in another video. In this video, we finally built the interior to our mega base, and we built this massive storage system, as well as an insane super smelter with its own fuel supply that can smelt over 100,000 items an hour. So if you want to see that, don't stick until the end of the video to see how it all turned out. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, before starting, we already had a lot of the materials, such as all the iron we're gonna need and all the cobblestone we're gonna need for all the furnaces. But we were missing some wood, which is why we did some AFKing in the tree farm. As well as we didn't have a floor in the mega base, so I placed down the entire floor and lit it up so mobs won't spawn. Okay, so we're done. This is now finally has a floor. And this has taken me about, I want to say 6 hours, right? Like 16 days. It's almost 6 hours, and I didn't sleep at all like this time, so I didn't skip the night. It's actually 6 hours to place all of these shulker boxes of prismarine. Still have quite a few. I'm gonna have to design it, but at the moment I've just placed blocks and torches for 6 hours straight. I'm going to take a small break, maybe later come back, but I do want to start designing it and building the storage system and the furnace array. And luckily, I believe, although I did not even think of this as a part, this entire area is now looking much better. And if we do this, it's now completely spawn proof and it's looking really good. You can fly in and out and actually land on the floor rather than on the ocean. So I think it actually is much better now. To figure all that out. However, we do have enough chests. If we go here, we have 3 shulker boxes of chests. This does include both chests and hoppers. And we have all of this iron. So we should be more than enough on hoppers and chests. So I am actually relatively pretty confident that we have enough materials. We may be lacking a lot of redstone torch and comparator and redstone. So maybe I'll have to AFK on the, what's it called? In the raid farm a little, but generally I'm feeling pretty okay with our situation at the moment. Yeah, we got most of the difficult materials. I will also obviously need some cobblestone for the furnaces, which will be a little difficult, but generally I feel pretty okay with our situation. Material-wise, we then just got left to design how it's going, how the interior is going to look, how you're going to, and then like just build the furnace array and the storage system and stuff. But yeah, I think this was one of the hardest parts already done, placing down all the prismarine. Okay, so this is one side of the storage system set up. I'm starting to figure out how I want things to look. So like I want to have the wood types there. I have a log, planks, and a slab for each wood type. Here I have all different kinds of stones and their variants. First of all, I would have never guessed it would take this long to craft all the items. I'm still crafting, but it's now the day is rising on day 1000. As you can see, it's 999. It's about to turn into 1000 pretty soon. As you see, it's like basically day now. But yeah, I would have never guessed it takes this long to craft all the items and put the filters in. But yeah, it should turn to day 1000 very soon. Day 1000! This is my first day 1000 world ever, I would guess. So yeah, I'm very happy about it. This is a very exciting moment. So yeah. And at the very end of day 1000, as you can see, it's night now, but it is still day 1000. We're now done with every single filter. I am like 50%. Okay, now I'm pretty confident. There's no more filters that need to be filled up. I just want to make sure for the last time, but it seems like we've gotten every single one. It has taken us about 20 hours, I'd say, something like that. So I'm very happy to finally be done with this. It was way more complicated than I expected it to be, because I needed a 41 of each item, which meant like an easy example is I didn't think I'll need like to search for these items at all. I just thought I maybe need to craft a little, but then I realized I need like 6 stacks of granite, which I didn't have, 6 stacks of diorite, 6 stacks of andesite, which I just didn't have all of that. As well as I didn't find all the stone. Apparently I had like 2 shulker boxes of them, but I just went in the AFK in some farms. Same about like random items that I put here, like nautilus shells. Like I had to AFK in the cropper farm, all these kind of things. I just don't know. It just it was a little more difficult than I wanted it to be, but we are done with it. I didn't show a lot of the other mistakes, but this one was a pretty big mistake, and I feel like it wouldn't be fair if I didn't show it. I built this entire thing. I've already put all the hoppers in like half of the chests. I've already made this thing that's going to take the items from the chest and dispense them into a water elevator. I don't know why I did it, because I need to make in this shulker box unloader, whatever. The issue is, if we go to the one of the chests that I built it, we can make it pretty obvious pretty quick that this is not gonna work, because if I throw an item on this, it's automatically going to go to the second hopper, no matter what item that is. Meaning that, yeah, this doesn't work. This hopper isn't locked. This hopper is going to let any item in. So I'm going to have to break a ton of hoppers, and the sad thing, which is why I'm recording it, is that hoppers are not insta-mineable. They take a bit. So if I do this, it's going to take a bit. And if that wasn't enough, after I break that, I have to break 2 layers of hoppers, and then I have to go over all of these and take them out. And all of that is just to make the entire row 1 block lower. So I wanted to show you that this did not go without its mistakes, and I'm going to have to do like probably a good 20-30 minutes of work just to remove this whole thing and move it 1 block lower. Okay, so I'm done breaking all of them. I honestly couldn't tell you how long it's been, but it has been not as long as I thought it would be, or at least it didn't feel that long. Now, I am going to turn this off because the noise is annoying me. We're gonna have to figure a different system here. But the idea is it's going to eventually come out of a water chute. Like there's going to be a like the shulker boxes that are going to come through here are going to be shot to a shulker box loader, and then that's going to somehow be broke, and then like the item is going to be broken and sent through a water chute into the hopper system. Okay, so for now this might just seem like a loud redstone mess, but in reality, it's not too complicated. So this part here is a shulker box unloader, which basically takes the input from the chest, which this is like constant. Whoa, past me like to talk. Let's just say this thing takes shulker boxes, takes the items out, and throws them into the hopper line above. Okay, so it's still sorting through all the items, but I did have time to light up the entire area. As you can see, it's all lit up with sea lanterns, and there's like these lines. I still want to do something here, but I still want this to look like the main line. So I'm still gonna have to figure out something. Maybe I'll do like the bricks, the preserving brick stairs, or these ones around the other sides. But I still have to figure that out. Yeah, it's I'm gonna use this probably. I got the shulker box of preserving bricks here. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I want to show that I'm already starting to work on it. I believe in maybe instead of building the furnace below like I originally planned, because my original plan was to hook it up to a chest here in the center and then have it smelt the item and then pop it back into a chest at the center. However, if we have so much space above here, like if we look here, there is so much space, and I would like to have a kelp farm that would produces kelp blocks as like infinite fuel. So I think if we're gonna do that, it's better to do it above, because that way it's easier to get the fuel down than up, and I feel like that would make more sense. As well as down we're more limited in height. Here in the top we're more limited in space. So I don't know. I'm still gonna have to figure that out. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna move do the decoration still, but just wanted to show you and give you a little update. So yeah. Okay, so there were a couple of issues with the system that I've fixed. Now we do have to use a shulker box in this system, because otherwise the shulker box, like the items from the shulker boxes, like the items that are not in shulker boxes are going to get into this into this chest. Other than that though, I believe everything should be working now. This system works perfectly, I believe. I want to make sure because I haven't tested it out. Okay, it isn't. There is an issue here, and I believe the issue is putting empty shulker boxes in. I believe that was the issue. But other than that, to be honest, I don't know where the other item went. But it's supposed to be working pretty well. I've already seen, for example, that the stone chest had gotten a lot of stone, and the cobblestone shulker box, I guess, got a shulker box loader, and a lot of the other items have gotten some of themselves. I don't really know which ones did and which ones didn't. I can just tell you that some of them did. Okay, so after a while of running this contraption, I found out that all the items stopped at this place here. Like originally, I went to take some redstone for something I wanted to do. I actually don't really remember what, and then I realized for some reason I don't really have any redstone. And then I saw I don't have any redstone blocks or hoppers, and I was like, what the hell? I had a lot of this stuff. I put a ton of them. I crafted them before. And then I started looking in every filter to see which one is missing, because I knew that wherever it is, it would create a backup so I could easily find it, but I didn't see in any of the filters. And the reason is because they all got into this chest. I forgot to add a filter for nether warts. I now added it, but I have all of the items here, and that is crazy. Like I'm going to easily fix it now. I'm just gonna put it back into shulker box, into the filter, into the sorter. But that is a crazy realization. Like if there's an item filter missing, it will easily cause a massive issue. I've gone on another mining spree to get some redstone because I need like a ton of it, and the raid form is good, but it's a little slow. And I found this massive cave. Like, whoa, I've never seen such a massive cave. This is actually crazy. Like, I know the cave and cliffs update happened a while ago and everything, but I feel like that's still way bigger than normal. Right? Like, I feel like that's insanely massive. Even for, like, the still massive. Yeah, I'm gonna mine here because I wanted the redstone, but I'm gonna take the redstones and the diamonds, but it's still insane. Okay, so while flying in this insane cave, still, like, there's still redstone there, I found this, which, if you don't know, I instantly recognize that this is a trial chambers. And if that's not enough, this is the best way to get copper, especially oxidized copper. So this is all the loot. In the terms of redstone, diamonds, and such, this is what we got. And this is how much copper I got. I got mostly oxidized because I realized, like, blocks of copper, we can just mine copper ore and get it, or use the copper form. So we don't really need that. But the oxidized stuff do take a while to be created, so if we can get it like that, it's likely better. But yeah, now we got the materials, and I don't know if I said it or not, the reason we needed the redstone is for the kelp form, because I want to make a really good one, and it's basically what we'll have in the farming district, just much bigger. As that one would create basically enough kelp for what we need. So yeah, with that I needed a lot of redstone, because it's basically you need a redstone dust, a piston, and an observer for every kelp you plant. And I want to plant like a lot of them. In theory, I want to do a 40 by 40 area, so there's enough room to do the smokers and stuff, but still fit in the 3 by 3 chunk area, so it will be loaded. Okay, so the big part of the furnace array is done. The only thing we still have to figure out is where we want the input and for the stuff to be. For example, we could either put I feel like the other side would be better. So the idea is we're gonna put the input for, one second. There's going to be a shulker box input here with a rail, like a minecart hopper loader here. Where basically it's going to put the shulker box, the minecart is going to get filled, then go and spread all the items, and then at the end it's going to be broken, because it's going to put all the items, because there's 320 furnaces, which is exactly how many slots there are in a hopper minecart. And then it's going to break. The hopper minecart is going to go back into the chest with hopper minecarts, which is again going to get dispensed. And I hope that made sense. It makes sense in my head.
Okay.
Either way, we're going to have like a shulker box input here, where we input shulker boxes of items, Then it's going to take the shulker box, dispense it here. The minecart is going to take the item out of the shulker box and put it in the hoppers. Okay, so I've made this system here, which in theory, if we put item in this chest, which are connected to the shulker box unloader that I put here. To be honest, I don't remember what I've already shown and what I didn't. There's a shulker box unloader here, because now what I want to do is show you that we have the minecarts going back and forth, filling in the hoppers, like the furnaces with items. No, right now they're empty because I didn't put any items, but I just like, yeah. But every once in a while it's going to send a minecart. The once in a while is when this hopper clock shoots. The exact same pretty much for fuel. And then another loop for picking up the items. Okay, so this whole mess of a machine that is probably looking a lot different than when I last showed it to you, because I don't remember when I showed it, but it is probably not looked like this. Is now the super smelter. As you can see, this part is the 3 kelp forms I built, each one producing a bunch of kelp, automatically turning it into kelp blocks, then automatically crafting it into, okay, it's a little loud to be honest, crafting into kelp blocks, and then because 1 kelp block can melt 20 kelp, it's automatically gaining more kelp. So it's basically we're getting it's creating more kelp blocks than it uses, and then once it gets overflowing, which means this stack and 5 more stacks with 6 stacks of kelp blocks, it's then going to start fueling it. By the way, there's 3 of them. It's then the rest are going to get fueled into here, which is going to supply the fuel for this chest, which is where the minecarts that fuel all the furnaces go. Yeah, no, this does have the machine that only lets it go once it's full, but it also lets it go once the chest is empty, and considering there's no fuel, for now it's empty. Same about this chest, that's going to take in the items from the top, and then everything is going to then get sent up this chute right here to this place right here. So we're gonna put shulker boxes of items here. Let's say we're gonna put a shulker box of sand in here. Then all the sand is going to get smelted, and then after it's smelted, it's going to pack it all up back into the same shulker box and send the shulker box up here. I want to do something with it, but I don't know. Maybe we can. For now, this is the system. I might eventually move the water flow to flow into a hopper system that is then going to speed it up into a chest and move that chest into there as well. But for now, this is how the system works. And I think it's going to be actually pretty cool to just see the shulker box of items start flowing here. I think that's pretty cool. Either way, from here you cannot hear any of it, so it's good. You can definitely hear this, but you cannot hear the super smelter, which is good. And yeah, that's it. That's the entire system. So we put a shulker box of items here, and then after a bit it gets smelted and pops back here. The only thing we have to wait for, which is the reason why I'm not showing you it actively working, is because we still have to wait for the kelp farms to get enough kelp to start fueling the system. But it is basically infinitely getting kelp, I believe. All of them don't really run out of kelp, so yeah, it's pretty cool. This one, as you can see, is a little lower than the other ones. This one is 60, this one is at 46, because this is the newest one. But I don't think that it's not working. I don't like. Actually, it is missing like one here. But yeah, now I believe we're done. I think this is all I want to do for the episode. We have got a massive storage system that automatically organizes all of our items into their own chests. And if the item doesn't have a chest, it automatically organizes here. The shulker boxes are automatically divided into this chest. And it's all organized well, so the organizing, the storage system is now complete, as well as we now have a super smelter that can smelt 115,000 items an hour, and we have a cooler interior for our base, because before I want to remind that before we started this episode, this entire interior was empty. There was no floor, there was no nothing. And then from that to now having a fully functional base that we can easily fly in and out of is genuinely insane. I also moved the enchanting table here. I don't know if I showed me doing it. It's not that big, but I also got some books for the villagers. But yeah, I believe that's it for today. We maybe in the future are going to decorate this thing to look a little nicer. But other than that, I believe that is everything. We got a fully functional base. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and turn on notifications. And until the next time, goodbye. Okay, so what's up guys? This is Zadrox in another video. In this video, I built a massive city, including towers, parks, roads, and much more. So stick until the end to see how it all came out. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so this is the sand duper I built. Apparently, it can duplicate 108,000 items per hour. So let's see how it works. Oh. Well, my collection system broke, but it does work, so there is a good side. Okay, so the sand, I've duplicated a bunch of white concrete, and by a bunch, I mean 15 double chests filled to the brim. Okay, so I decided to build in here. So I could either flatten this area out to make it completely flat, because the city I feel like should be entirely flat, and then build buildings on top of it. Or I could build like a cobblestone platform on top of it, so that way we are like I feel like it's going to have, if it has a cobblestone platform, it's like pretty sturdy. I feel like that's what I'm gonna do, because I feel like a city does have stuff below it. It's not just going to be floating on air, and I'm too lazy to flatten this entire thing down. Also, we're gonna need to flatten down, make it flat so powder doesn't fall, and it's going to be faster to put water on top of the powder rather than yeah. So what I'm gonna do is build a massive platform with cobblestone. I've got 18 shulker boxes of cobblestone right here, and I'm gonna build an entire thing. Now, I feel like it's going to be a little hard to do it if we have all these mobs around. So I might have to start sleeping more, but yeah, that's the idea. I don't know how to say this, but whilst clearing the area, I kind of broke my silk touch netherite shovel, meaning I will have to go back to mining netherite pretty soon. I did not think that's gonna happen. I did not even think of it. I guess I got some villagers, so I can get a diamond one pretty easily. And I can use this fortune one as well. But that is weird. I did not even think of that as a possibility. I always have all my tools filled. I'm not even thinking about the fact that they can even get broken. Okay, so I started building the cobblestone platform, and as you can see, it's absolutely massive. It's going to be about 20,000 blocks just for a one layer of this city, which on top of this we're going to build all the roads, all the towers, all of everything. So this project could take like possibly even hundreds of thousands of blocks, because if this is going to be 20,000, and on top of this entire thing is going to be like buildings that can be really tall and roads that are going to cover it and stuff, I have no doubt it's going to be at least another 30,000-40,000, but possibly even more. So in theory, we could be looking at like 100,000 blocks project. But yeah, I wanted to update you where I've started building a little, but we still have to build the entire thing. And then on top of that, I'm going to build all the roads, start planning out where I want to have buildings, how they're going to look. We already have all of the black one with black concrete powder, all the white one with the white concrete powder, and this one with glass, as well as a crafting table here if you want to like craft the glass panes or whatever. We also have a bunch of stone in this shulker box, so we can use it to craft like stone bricks or smooth stone or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to continue building, but yeah, so far so good. Yeah, I've already built about like maybe 10%, but I'm gonna continue now. Okay, and we're now done. I've filled up the entire cobblestone platform. Now we have a flat canvas that we can build off of. Start placing roads and towers and everything. And I feel like for the cobblestone, it kind of looks like a nice firm block that makes sense that the city would be built off of. It's better than like having wool or like softer blocks, I feel like. So yeah, I do honestly like the way it looks. But yeah, I did use quite a lot of cobblestone, but not all of it, surprisingly. Like, if we look here, I still have a bit over 6 shulker blocks, like 6.5 shulker blocks almost. And also we have all of this white and black powder, what's it called? Concrete powder, as well as this glass and a couple of shovels. And the cobblestone thing we wanted for building something, but yeah, now the next step will be starting to plan out where the roads go, where the buildings go, and then starting to build the buildings and the roads and everything. But yeah, for now, I really like the way it's getting to starting to look. I feel like it's a really good size for a city. Next step will be starting to plan out everything. So yeah. Okay, so this is the outline I've made for the roads. I feel like having buildings in between those outlines will look pretty good. Whilst the roads will also be nice, but not too like dominant, but also big enough so where I could like in the future maybe like add trucks and cars and stuff. I think that would look pretty cool. However, the outline did take almost a bit over a shulker box of blocks, so I don't know if the amount I've got would be enough, but I can hope it is. Either way, we might have to go later and get some more materials, but for now I'm going to build, fill in the entire area and then put in the white as like those lines they have in between. Maybe add a roundabout in here or like traffic lights or something. I don't know yet, but we're going to figure it all out while building it. I just wanted to show that I've already put these parts in, so we're actually making some progress, so that's actually pretty cool. Okay, so now I got the roads all set up. It's filled. We have all the white lines that do stuff, I think. We got the black stuff that are also important, and they are making shape. And I decided that concrete looks better than concrete powder for this, even though the actual roads are generally like rough texture. It looks better, I think, if it's one smooth color rather than the rough concrete. So yeah, concrete powder, sorry. But yeah, I still have to decide like what I want to put where and stuff. It's a big project, but we're already like done with quite a bit of it. We just have to decide what size of the buildings we want to have, and like how tall, what shapes, what colors, what materials. But for now, we're doing pretty well. Okay, so the first building is now done. I don't know how much I love it, but I feel like if I add other buildings next to it here and like along this line and stuff, it would look pretty cool to have. So yeah, I think it's a nice style. I think this is the style of buildings I would like to build, because I got a bunch of white concrete, so these are the kind of buildings I want to build. But I want to use like different colors of glass, maybe even like tinted glass in some of it and stuff. Maybe like different shapes. This one is pretty much just like a square, so it's not exactly unique. But if I build other types of buildings next to it, I think it will look pretty cool. So yeah, I'm now gonna build just a couple more buildings, and by a couple I mean enough to fill up the entire area. Okay, so this is the second tower. I tried to mix up the shape, make something interesting. I don't know if I love it, but it's like still mainly concrete, so it's similar colors. I think maybe it would have looked better if instead of tinted glass I would have used like blue glass or like black glass, but tinted glass maybe doesn't look the best here. But I still feel like it's the same vibe as the other thing, so I don't know, I kind of like it. Okay, so this is the third building. It's like a different color, and I feel like mixing up color might actually be a good idea, which is why I went and got some gray concrete, and I also got some light gray concrete. If you look here, I also got light gray concrete. We got different colors of glass, and I think that's actually looking pretty good. You know, like the black glass. I think like this darker building honestly looks pretty cool. I feel like it's also a simple shape, but it still looks pretty good. I like it. I think the city is starting to get together. You know, like there's different kinds of building, different shapes, different colors, different sizes. I think it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna build a couple more buildings and then show, rather than show every time, because then building the whole building probably might take a really long time until the video is over. But yeah, I'm gonna build a couple more styles, a couple more buildings, and maybe I'll show you when I get to the end of the line here. Like I'm gonna build the entire line and then show you. Okay, and we're now done with the whole row of buildings. As you can see, we now have this whole side, which I think together definitely looks really good. You know, like when you fly by here, it definitely looks like a city. You wouldn't like, it doesn't like, maybe each building on its own doesn't look too good. Some of them actually look pretty good. I like that building, and I like these ones. I like the squares, especially this one I feel like looks pretty cool. And I like this one. So I do like some of the buildings, but even the ones that I think look less good on their own, together definitely make it look like it's a city. Now I've been thinking, because I could just put a bunch more of buildings everywhere and just call it a day, but I feel like you don't only have buildings in the city. You might want to have, like, I don't know, houses and parks and stuff. So I feel like if I build like this square to be a nice park, and like this square to have a bunch of little houses and stuff, maybe like a smaller house, like private houses, some like different kind of things, maybe an area with like one massive building rather than a bunch of smaller ones. I haven't decided yet, but I do want the next thing to do is to put a garden in here. So that's the next thing I'm gonna do. It's yeah, we're gonna try and do it. It shouldn't be too complicated, so I'm gonna get the materials and do it, and yeah. Okay, so I've finished building this park here. There's trees, there's a fountain, there's like a pathway that leads to the fountain and some chairs around it, and also there's like this little seesaw kind of thing and a pond, and there's a bunch of trees, and I bone milled the dirt, the grass, which I also placed down, and I put some fences around. So I still have to decide what I do with these other squares, because this one was the biggest one, which is the city one, which I feel like these are like shops and these like office buildings and stuff. This is a playground kind of thing, and now I might want to have, like, I don't know what else is in the city. I could do another one where it's like all of these on this side, because it's another line one, and I think that's what I'll do in this one. Okay, so now we have both sides done. As you can see, it's now starting to really look like a city. I still don't know what I want to use to fill up the middle area. I like the park there, and I might add another one like in the other squares. Okay, so I continued filling up the city. I now added this like river thing here with like plants. I think adding like greenery is going to look good. The water with the green and the blue looks pretty good, I feel like. I made it so the thing falls off at the end right here, so it doesn't like. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I also added this statue. I don't know what else to do, because I don't know what else to put in a city other than a river, a park, and a bunch of buildings. So now we also have a statue, which I feel like is a pretty cool thing. Never built a statue before. But I'm honestly crashing my brain to see what else I can build. I don't know, what else could you have in a city? I feel like at the moment it looks pretty good. It's just that this part is a little empty. Also, the statue is a little empty. I don't think it needs the entire area. Maybe I should add like grass around it at least, and some trees, so it looks less empty. But I don't know. I'm honestly trying to find out. I feel like this half of the city is exactly what I imagined it to be, with like buildings and greenery and water. And when you fly through it, it feels alive and stuff. This part is getting there. The buildings, I definitely like the vibe of them still, but I don't like the fact that there's just cobblestone here. I want it to be colorful and nice. I could just build more versions of like more parks, more rivers, some ponds and lakes and stuff, and I think that would look pretty good. And now we're done. We have got a full city with forests, parks, rivers, lakes, not to mention the outskirts of the builds themselves, which make this whole thing have a nice like urban city vibe, I want to say. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but it's like pretty cool. I really like the way it ended up looking. It's like, on one hand, it's very naturey because of all the lakes and forests and stuff, but the buildings on the side make it look like a big city with like skyscrapers and like other types of fancy buildings. So I really like the way it ended up looking. Also, the roads connect it all up pretty nicely. It divides it up to different sections, but it all like stays in the same theme, I want to say. Yeah, I really like the way it ended up looking. To be honest, I don't know if I could have asked for it to come out any better than this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, not forget to leave a like and subscribe and turn on notifications. And until the next time, goodbye.